Dude, how's it going? How we doing, people? I'm on my way. I love that song. What's up, Hexy? How we doing? How we doing, lovely people? I'm myself. I'm doing all right, but let me tell you, don't set up a hand cam thing last second because Jesus Christ, the technical difficulties that I had to endure this past hour. We're on some type of a level. My room is a mess. My desk is a mess. Deceptively so. It is deceptively a mess. Everything is a mess. My fucking... I don't have good lighting. I had to pull a lamp from the basement. It's covered in dust. There's dust everywhere. I don't have a good webcam, so everything kind of looks terrible. I'm stacking my webcam on top of, like, old, like fucking, like, G Fuel adjacent, like, caffeine product containers. So it's duct taped to one of those, so it doesn't fall off. This whole ordeal has been a mess. Not a nightmare. It hasn't been that bad, but, like, it's been something, let me tell you. But let me move some windows around here, now that we're all done and cozied up and all that. That's my story for the day. Fuck, where's all my shit? I'm sorry, my mic's in the way of, like, my monitors right now. Ads are in progress. Everything's so much happening right now. If you thought setting up VTuber was hard, the amount of time I tried to make things look decently good on cam has been a headache. Yeah, it really comes down to lighting. It really comes down to lighting. Here, let me move my windows over. Not that there's really much to show right now. Hold on. Where is... Boom. There I am. There I am, Gary. There I am, kinda, because I only... Here's the thing. Maybe I'll explain a little more when ad jailers are back, because I don't think this ad is very long. But I have one webcam. I have one webcam. And I, you know, I'll just turn it on. I'll just turn it on. Let's pray that this doesn't leak my face, even though I'm looking at the camera right now and it's not aimed anywhere bad. Oh my god! Look how terrible this looks. So, this is so bad, such terrible quality. I run my VTuber model through this. How does this magic work? I don't know how this shit works. At any rate, though, let me take a sip of my water. I'm gonna be talking a lot, I feel like. And my coffee while we're at it. I put them all on the floor, by the way. Because I don't want shit spilling all over. Not that anything, like, spills on my desk often, but, you know, I'm not about to run that risk. Oh, shit, welcome back, ad jailers. I was just saying, what was I saying? Yeah, setting up VTuber, making cameras look terrible. I've seen this collab for, like, a month and was curious on what cards were in it. Dude, me too. Because, like, I'm not, like, I would say I'm a decent fan of Final Fantasy. In the sense that I've grown up on Final Fantasy, but not in the sense that I've played all the games. But I fucking love Magic. I go in waves where, like, when was it? 2015. What was I in 2015? I think I was in, like, early high school. I think I was a freshman in high school. It was middle school. 2012 was when I started middle school. 2015 was like 8th into 9th grade, right? That's when I first started playing. And then I stopped playing. Like, I collect a bunch of cards, and then I stopped playing for a few years. And then I get back into it for like a couple months, and then I stop for a few years. And now we're back. We're back with these things. Mainly because I have a couple IRL friends that me and them have been playing a lot lately. I just played 7, 8, 10, 10, 2, and 14 and 15. That's funny because I'm kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, where I've played I've played most of them, I think, but if we're counting ones that I've played, like, at least most of the way through, I finished the first one. I've played a bit through 3, most of 5. I'm actually almost done with 6 right now. I've just been playing through 6. That game is peak. 7, I've never finished, but I've made it most of the way through that. I've played a bit of 9. I've played a bit of 14. And, like, that's it. Like, I can't get into 14, but I'm kind of hoping... I've tried a couple times. I'm kind of hoping that maybe this time... I've been planning to try and, like, get back into it once, like, the new Rivals season is over. I want to, like, give Marvel Rivals a rest. And I'm hoping to maybe it'll click with me this time. Jesus Christ, this looks so terrible. I'm sorry, the fucking audio, the quality. Okay, you know, good like example, right? Because I was just doing like a test with. So when you buy a box at your local game store, because this is a box of boosters. There's a whole fucking box. There's 30 packs in here. This was $200. But when you buy a box, or just spend a lot of money, you get this card. It's a Herald's Horn. It's like a promotional card. You can't get it anywhere else. I was showing this to the camera, and you can't read any of the text on it. It sucks. That's how terrible this camera quality is. But because the start of 14 is so boring, everyone in the community can agree. I know, I've heard. I want to, like, I've known people that'll, like, they're like, oh, I can't get into 14 because, or like, I couldn't get into 14 until I bought a story skip. Maybe I'll buy a story skip. I'll see how I'm feeling. But then I have to, like, then my account's not a free trial account anymore. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, there's this Herald's Horn card, which, again, as I was mentioning, you can't read the fucking text on it. It came in this sleeve, by the way. They gave it to me in a nice sleeve, which is nice. Not that I'm, like, super anal about, like, my card's, like, quality or whatever, but, like, you know, I'd rather it be sleeved, this nice promo card, than not sleeved. And it's kind of hard to tell. I think it's a foil. Sorry, I'm, like, looking at it myself now. I believe this is a foil. It's a little hard to tell because it's, like, in a sleeve that's already a little reflective, but I think it's in, like, it's a little foily. That's cool. I got 2 of those because, oh, you know what? Let me go grab another prop. Not really a prop, but, like... Ugh. Sorry, it's at the other side of my room. Gotta step over my water. So, me and my friends, we play Commander Hand Game. That's what I was saying. This is, like, the one and only time I'm ever gonna do one of these. But my friends and I, we play Commander, just like a slight variant. Also high index. Slight variant of, like, Magic standard rules. But whenever they make a new set, they pre-print these, like, pre-made Commander decks. I haven't opened this one yet, so I'm able to show you the box. But I bought all 4 of them. There's 4 Commander decks. There's Cloud. Titus has one, which is kind of cool. Is it Titus or Titus? I never really... I've heard, like, both. I haven't played the game, so I wouldn't know myself. And then also Terra from 6 and Ishtola from 14 have one, but those are, like, already opened and put away, and I don't feel like going to dig through them. Titus. Okay, so it's Titus. I've heard people say Titus. I've heard people say Titus. I don't know. But let me take another sip of my water. At any rate, before we begin, I wanted to kind of go through. I made a little what would you call this? Like not an infographic, just a visual. I put together a list of cards that I'm hoping to find here today. And we start by, I stole this idea from Pay Money Wubby. Like, I saw him do this on a Magic Monday stream. By the way, did not plan for this to be like Magic Monday. I didn't mean to steal that from him, because it's Monday. But, like, I saw him just kind of throw together, like, an infographic. Like, oh, here's all the shit I want to hopefully get out of these packs. So I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. So, first off, we need to put this above my video capture device in the hierarchy. Boom. Absolute Virtue. This is like my number 1. I really want to pull this card because it looks really funny. I don't know if you're reading. Protection from players. As long as this thing is on the field, nobody can do anything to me. You can't touch me. And I want that because that sounds hilarious. So that's like my number 1. I really want to pull Absolute Virtue. Also, it might be kind of hard to tell. The bottom left of the cards, on all of these cards, it tells you which game it's from, which is really cool. I thought that was a neat little detail, so you don't have to go Googling shit for yourself. Number 2, Summon Primal Odin. And now, the main reason I want this is because that second effect on round 2, on your second turn, that Zantetskin effect, whenever this creature deals damage to a player, they die, they instantly lose. That's fucking funny. That's funny as hell. I want that. I'm hoping to pull one of those today. I think we got like 7 or 8 on this list. I'll try to make it kind of quick. Summon Bahamut, and this is sort of like a stand-in for insta-death. Exactly. Insta-death is funny. I want ways that I can insta-win the game. That's hilarious to me. Summon Bahamut is kind of just like a stand-in for like really any of the summon cards, because I like seeing the Espers. They're called Espers in 6 specifically. I don't know if they're called Espers in other games, but like the the summon guys, like Bahamut, Fenrir, Primal Odin, fucking Ifrit, Shiva, those characters. Those I really like the fact that they made saga cards into like creature cards. They're like both sagas and creatures. I really like that. So really just collect. I just want to see a bunch of what do you call them? These like summon cards. Really. Let's move this guy over here. Next on the hierarchy, I kind of want to find Garnet Princess of Alexandria. And if you're reading the text, you can kind of see a pattern here, because her whole thing is that she's from Final Fantasy IX, and I really like Final Fantasy IX. I've never finished Final Fantasy IX, but I really liked it. I played like a few hours of it. I've been meaning to play through it, but I just haven't found the time. But it's kind of hard for me to read this from like the resolution on my little monitor is kind of fucking terrible. But her whole thing is taking taking counters off of sagas so they stay up longer. So the longer I can keep Primal Odin, the better. That's kind of the idea. That's kind of the idea we're going for here. I might want to see if I can throw both of those into a deck. I think that'd be fucking hilarious. Next up on the list, VV Orniteer. I love the little guy. I love the little black mage design. How can you say no to that face? If you got a big goofy wizard hat and it like obscures your whole face and all you can see is like the little 2 glowing dots for eyes, that's peak character design. Peak character design. I love that. And also his card effect is kind of cool. And he's a little guy. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. But maybe an hour ago, I got recommended a video that was like, oh, I didn't watch the video, but like in the thumbnail it was like, oh, this card, blah 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 blah. What was it? It was this one card, VV Orniteer, is more expensive than this entire deck, and I'm like, okay, maybe he's really rare. Maybe I won't find him. Are there only 2 in the world or 2 in this game? I've never played Magic. 2 what? 2 Bahamuts? 2 like which card are we talking about here? 2. You're gonna have to elaborate. I don't know what you mean by 2 what? 2 I just had a brain fart. I was like 9/9 and 2/2. No, that's like the power and toughness. That's how strong the creature is. Actually, if I can maybe pull it, that's you bring up a good point. Bottom right, that's the power and toughness. Left number is how much damage they deal, right number is how much health they have. But you make a very good point, or you bring up something kind of interesting, because I want to pull up a picture. They do a lot of serialized cards where there is a number that's only that's like, oh, this one is one of blah 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 blah. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of it. Yes, in this set. Here, just give me a moment while I save the image. PG, I don't have my chat open. I can't read right now. Hold on. But hold on, I'm pulling up. Oh, in like, just as an example, they did a crossover with Lord of the Rings, where one of the cards was the One Ring, but they did like a special collector's edition of the One Ring where they only printed 1. And whoever, like, I think the guy who found it, like, I think Post Malone put a bounty on it, and it was worth, I think he paid the guy like $2.7 million. There was only 1 of that specific One Ring card. Where's the fucking image? Image 2, sure, whatever, I don't care. Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, oh, wow, indeed. Oh, wow, bro. I think it's under here, and I think I put it under this folder? I think there's an easier way to do this, but I don't feel like looking for it. This thing. The gold, in this set, that's the gold chocobo. Now, if you see in the middle there, above where it says creature bird, it says XX out of 77. There's only 77 of those chocobos in the world. That's like, those are like the special serialized ones. But the problem is they want to get your money, right? Oh shit, where did this go? Put them away. They want to get your money, and let me hide this real quick. So these this is just a basic box of play boosters. I can't find they're not gonna print those serialized rare ones in the regular play boosters. They're gonna put the regular, or the like special serialized ones in the collector boosters, which are like 10 times the price. Like, or I think it depends on game store to game store, it depends. At my local store, This, the regular boosters were $10 a pack, but if I bought the whole box, which is 30, it was 200. So I bought the whole box because I was like, oh, I can stream it. I think that'd be really fun. Blah, 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 blah. But the collector's packs were $70 a pack. A pack, $70. And they come with, like, really cool cards. Super cool cards that are, like, that have, like, really cool, like, artwork and stuff. But, like... But yeah, you're not pulling those out of regular play boosters. Scalpers must have had a field day on this. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, it depends. Because, like, if you're... Local game stores are pretty good about that. Like, if you're walking in and you're like, oh, I want to buy all of your boxes. Every last box you own. They're going to tell you to go fuck yourself. But if it's, like, a big, like Target... That's why you see, like, those fucking... All those videos of, like, Pokemon scalpers. Pokemon card scalpers, like, rushing Targets. Walmarts. Big businesses like that don't really know any better and don't really give a shit. Right? That's why I only really buy shit like this from my local game store. And even then, like, I only really recently, again, I recently got back into Magic, like, as of maybe a few months ago. I've been playing, like, really, like, religiously again. Alright, let's go back to, I got a couple more cards on the list I wanted to show off, right? VV Ornithir, I heard maybe really rare, and I might not pull him, but we'll see. Now, the next two on this list, one of my friends said he was like, hey, I saw you buy a box. Like, if you pull some extras of this card or this card, would you be willing to give them to me? And I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it. So, Pokemon did something online, I believe, finally, to stop them. Did, like, online, like, purchasing, or, like, with their new game, like, online app? Like, when you buy shit off Amazon or something, or maybe through their website. I'd believe that. Because, like, Pokemon someone needed to do something about those Pokemon scalpers, bro. Them people needed to be stopped. I think it's still kind of bad, but, like, I don't buy Pokemon cards, so I don't care. I'll have to ask Fifi or something. But anyways, next two cards are less for me and more for my one friend that he was just like, hey, I want to see if you pull any of these, and I'll take one. Cloud Midgar Mercenary and the Buster Sword. He was like, because I think he bought the Cloud Precon, the Cloud deck that I just showed off that I never, like, opened and put away yet. And he said that these two cards don't come with it. I think it's because, like, it's a commander deck and commander cards are, like, I don't know. There's, like, some weird commander versus standard cards thing. Like, technically these two cards would not be legal in a commander deck, but we don't really play the game too seriously, so who gives a shit? So he wanted to see if he could squeeze these into the deck. And he was like, if you pull some extras, like, I'd be willing to take them. And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll give them to you. And I think that's it. I think that's it on the list. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to shrink these. Put them real small. Like, maybe down here. Just as, like, a nice little reminder. It's going to cut off the headlines a little. But just to remind me, like, hey, these are the cards we're looking for. Really to remind everybody. This is kind of what we're looking for today. Let's see if we get them. I've never done a pack opening stream. I can't remember the last time I've opened card packs. I don't think I've ever opened Magic card packs, because, like, both of those past instances of getting really into Magic, like, throughout my life, I would buy, like, the big box. There's a big box of, like, loose cards, and I would just make some, like, standard decks with those. And they came with some packs, so I've definitely opened them, but, like, I can't remember the last time I've opened Magic card packs, so, like, I'm kind of itching to get into this. Quite literally, because there's fucking shrink wrap on this shit. Actually, there was, like, a warning. No, there was not a warning. This is just a little red band that's like, oh, what are play boosters? That's backwards. It's just like, oh, what are play boosters? Good thing you can't read that, because, you know, who needs to read? I'm just gonna take my fucking pocket knife. This is probably not something I should show on stream. I might get, like, permabanned. Let's just, like, put a nice little slit in the shrink wrap and make it way easier to open. Hopefully. One more time. Come on. Come on. I'm also, like, trying to be a little... I could just, like, tear this open, but my camera setup, like, if I shake this table too much, this camera is going to, like, topple over. I'm telling you, this shit is not that well secured, not that stable. He slit the throat of a box. Ban him. That's what I'm saying, bro. Twitch, don't ban me, please. I need my money, man. I need my account. I need to keep my account on. But yeah, this camera is like one bad rough action away from just toppling over and ruining everything. So we're not gonna be too rough with it. Throw away all this fucking brink wrap. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this nice artwork. Play boosters. I'm looking at the box too much today. Let's open it like a fancy pizza box, right? Damn it. That was underwhelming. There they are. Scan here to discover the coolest cards. Oh shit. Oh, these are draft arc. There's the little insert has like draft archetypes or some shit. I don't really play draft though. I don't really like play publicly with like my random people. I usually just play with my friends at my local game store. But at any rate, take a sip of my water. Damn, we talking for half an hour? That's crazy. Let's start opening some shit. This might be a real short stream. I don't know. I kind of figured this would be a real lazy stream idea. I'm gonna move this box off to the side if you don't mind. Check that out. I think all of them have Cloud. I guess that's kind of a given. Like he's kind of the poster boy, isn't he? Ooh, oh shit. Look at that. Look at that though. I don't know how people do this shit. Do they just open through here? Like, I know with Pokemon cards, people will like take the back card and move it to the front because that's the rare one and then flip it over or some shit. I don't know. Again, it has been a fat fucking minute since I've opened card packs, so I don't fully remember how this works. Oh, it's a little insert. What is this? Ugh. Final Fantasy Art Series. Oh shit! Came with a little card. I think this is from 14. I don't know who this is, but it's definitely a Lalafell of some kind. That's kind of neat. Yeah, I'm gonna put these off to the side. Now, how does this shit work? Let's just flip this over and I opened this pack really terribly. 14. I forget her name. Thank you. Now let's see. Is this a? This is not a. I set this camera up real terribly because like the camera's upside down to my view. Yo, what's up, Zen? How we doing? The camera is upside down to my view, so I have to read these cards upside down, which kind of blows. Is the okay? We'll put in the future. We'll put the land up front because the land comes in the back. Pack openings. That's what I'm saying. I apologize that my camera sucks ass though, but yeah, we already saw the first card. That's what Rook turret. Can I flip this like camera upside down somehow? I might have to. Maybe I'll do that because I want to be able to read these without having to read upside down. You know what I mean? But my face is this way. It's this way. My face. I might try flipping the camera. At least I don't know. We'll give it a go. No, I don't know. Here, give me one moment. Again, I'm sorry to fucking keep like delaying shit, but here's what we're gonna do. What if you flipped your face upside down? That wouldn't solve anything. That would probably make everything worse, actually, if I were to guess. Let's do one of these. Woo! Look at that. Come on, like I gotta align this a little better. It was like this. Oh shit. It's not gonna look pretty. No, it's not aligned to everything. It's not aligned to the background border thing. We're gonna make shit happen. This gotta be 213, 215. That's close enough, okay? Unfortunately, now this thing is backwards. My nice Terraria mat, like mouse pad mat. So in theory, there we go. Now I can read my cards. A Rook turret from 14. That's another thing from 14. The Earth just moved. What did you do to us, Bart? Dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. It had to happen. It had to happen. A Rook turret. 3/3 flying. Whenever artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Aerith Rescue Mission. I think I've read. I think I pulled this one in I've been playing a bit of Magic Arena with some like internet friends. Some of my VTuber friends. Fucking take the elevator or take 59 flights of stairs. Again, I can't really like show you the actual text, but Aerith Rescue Mission's kind of sick. Create 3/1/1 white heroless 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens, or tap up to 3 target creatures. I do find it funny. It's take the elevator. The two options are labeled take the elevator or take 59 flights of stairs, because that's an actual thing you have to do in the game. I pulled a foil on this in the collector's pack. It looks like a cool card. Light of Judgment, that's Final Fantasy VI. Look at that. That's Kefka right there. That's really low-res Kefka, because my camera sucks and I'm never going to stop bitching and moaning about it. Light of Judgment. I thought I could just set this up last minute. I should have bought a better camera, but whatever. I didn't. If I do more of these, I'll have a better camera. Light of Judgment. Light of Judgment deals 6 damage. I think I have this in Terra's deck. I did play her like a few days ago. Sephiroth's Intervention. That's evil. Look at that. Look at that shit. Destroy target creature. You gain 2 life. Man, that's just Swords to Plowshares, but like backwards. Or not backwards. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Sephiroth's Intervention. Gigantoad. Gigantoad. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +2/+2. I know for a fact there's an altar for that. There definitely is. There definitely is. Instant Ramen. I was kind of hoping to pull this one, actually. I forgot this one was a card. Instant Ramen. Because this is from Final Fantasy 15, where they had like a blatant product placement side quest, where you had to like go. It was like a cup noodles product placement side quest, and I think it's fucking hilarious that they made that into a card that has flash when this artifact enters. Draw a card, pay 2 and tap it to gain 3 life. That's really funny. White Mage's Staff. White Mage's Staff. I think this is just, yeah, this is one of those, like, artifacts that you put down, and it makes a, or no, it's an equipment. It's an equipment you put down, and it makes a little, makes a creature token. You just put the equipment on it, and it's, like, legally a White Mage or some shit. My cousin got the cup noodles. They sold them at Dollar Tree. There were Final Fantasy 15 cup noodles. Man, that's fucking, it's such a goofy, like, such goofy product placement. It makes absolutely no sense and it's horrible, but it kind of loops back around to being really funny. There's the White Mage's Staff. A Phoenix Down! Oh shit, look at that. Look at that really bad artwork. Or good artwork. Low-res artwork. Phoenix Down. It's 2 of them, technically. Like, artwork-wise. This is exile this artifact, choose 1. Return target creature with mana value 4 or less. Exile target skeleton, spirit, or zombie. That's pretty much how the Phoenix Downs work in the game. I always forget that you can use those to, like, delete undead shit. I guess that makes sense. It's kind of like how, like, you can use, like, cure magic on undead and it deals damage to them. And that, like, undead magic, whatever that means, usually, like, heals. Whatever. Phoenix Down. Realm Sketching. Oh, this is another Final Fantasy VI character. Realm is like this weird like art wizard girl, and she's like a child or some shit. And she can like draw monsters, I think, and like they come to life. It was also some cup noodles for the Dissidia fighting game. That doesn't surprise me because I think that came out like around the same time. Square Enix must have had some weird like brand deal with cup noodles or something. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact, creature, or land. That could be kind of cool. Copy stuff. Reach the Horizon. Is that the end of Act 1 of Final Fantasy VII? Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and or town cards with different names. Put them onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Oh, let me get a better look at this. Yeah, that's just the end of... This is the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake specifically. Because this doesn't look like the end of Final Fantasy Remake, or Final Fantasy VII, like, base. Or end of, like, when you leave Midgar. This looks like specifically when you leave Midgar in the remake. I think a lot of the Final Fantasy VII art is like that. Actually, a good example. The planes that I just pulled. Never mind, I lied to you. But one of these end of disc 1. Yeah. It was not, I don't think it was like end of disc 1, but it was like end of something. What was I gonna say? Fuck, I just blanked. Oh, one of the lands has, I think it's a plains. It wasn't the plains that I pulled here. But there's a plains art where, it's 7th Heaven from Final Fantasy VII, but it's specifically the remake of, like, 7th Heaven. It looks like ad break beginning shortly. Alright, let's blow through this and then I'll take a quick break. Emperor of Palamecia, that's, Final Fantasy II. That one sucked. I played a bit of that one recently and it fucking sucked. Don't play Final Fantasy II. I don't care how much patience you have, you don't have enough to play Final Fantasy II. It looks kind of cool, though. as good as my camera can get. This shit does not focus at all. Like, there's no autofocus, there's no nothing. We all skip to, exactly. There's a summon there, I just spoiled it for myself. Astrologian's Planisphere. Another job select. Equipped creature is a wizard in addition to its other types and has whenever you cast a non-creature spell and whenever you draw your third card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. That's kind of cool. And we did get a summon. That's not a summon. I read summon. Samurai's Katana. That's a samurai one. It is a foil though. That's kind of neat. Woo, 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 woo. All right, cool. Nothing like that crazy. Nothing on our list that we pulled. But I'm gonna wait for ads to go before we open this this next pack here. In the meantime, I'm gonna like drink some fucking water. Maybe I'll go crack a seltzer water. It's kind of warm in here. It's like the voice crack. Jesus, it's kind of warm in here. Could really use some hydration. You know, it's kind of like it's been nice around here lately. Actually, like it's not been that hot. Water break, exactly. It's been kind of like warm around here, but not hot. We've been having a very like mild June around here. We've been straight chilling. That usually means we're gonna have a really rough July, and I'm not looking forward to that. That's gonna suck ass. But I haven't had to turn on my air conditioner a whole lot so far. So far so good. I have it on right now though because I have a fucking. It's kind of hard to tell. To fix my lighting situation because my overhead lamp is broken. So my lighting for the last month has been like exclusively fairy lights at night. So the lighting that way, I have a lamp, a dusty. I mentioned this when I started the stream. I have a dusty lamp over right there ish. That is lighting the whole ordeal here. There's one lamp, and I had to dig it out of the basement. And it was covered, absolutely covered in dust, and it's still covered in dust. And it's getting dust all over that extra chair that I have over there. It it's gonna be a problem when I like end stream and I put all this shit away. Like that's probably gonna be the worst part of this whole ordeal is fixing that. We still got so many boosters to go too. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm getting like cotton mouth. I feel like I'm like dehydrated. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I do. I guess it's called dehydration, but Oh, yeah, the spider's back. There's been this spider. There's like a little tiny spider in my room. It's like up there somewhere. I don't know, like right there ish on that wall, somewhere around there. Been chilling. I haven't bothered killing him because he's probably killing all the mosquitoes that have been getting in my room, and like by extension the whole house. I've had to kill like 4 different mosquitoes within the last like 2 days. It's terrible. Welcome back, Ad Jailers. Pleasure to have you. Let's try and open this one a little more cleanly. Hopefully, I'm not exactly come on. Fuck, I don't want to like break anything. I don't want to break my camera setup. I don't want to break my desk. Does it open better this way? Or is it just like a... Okay, there we go. Oh, that's the wrong... That's the wrong side. It seems like sometimes... Oh, wait, that's a token. Okay, so it's not the wrong side. Sometimes they're face up, sometimes they're face down. This is just a token. So, that was strange. Whatever. Okay, never mind. I think we have to do this. I think this is the land, right? This is not the... This is the land. This is what, Trino Dark City? From 9. This is from Final Fantasy 9. I don't remember Trino the Dark City, because I haven't played a whole lot of 9. It's been a long time since I've touched 9. I need to play 9 again. That game was peak. I'm not even going to begin to pronounce that. Q-I-Q-I-R-N. Kikirin Merchant. From 11. I don't know too many people that have played 11. I feel like 11, because 11's also an MMO. I feel like 11 just kind of outright replaced, or 14 just kind of outright replaced 11. Pay a mana, tap, draw a card, then discard. Pay 7 mana, tap, sacrifice this creature, draw 3 cards. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each town you control. I forgot that they added like towns as a thing in this set. What's next? That wasn't really on my list. The City and Elder. Why do I recognize that? Oh yeah, I pulled this in fucking Magic Arena. So now I have him physically. This guy is also from... He's from 4. When this creature enters, create a 0/1 black wizard creature token. With whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. I might want to make a deck entirely surrounded around just making those little wizard tokens. Because I think it's really funny that, like, if you have, like, say 20 wizard tokens and you cast a single spell, that's just 20 damage straight to the face of your enemies. That sounds hilarious. Slash of Light, Final Fantasy 1. I also think I pulled this in Arena. Flash of Light deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control, plus the number of equipment you control to target creature. That could be crazy. On white? This is a white card. Creatures plus equipment and damage. You know how easy it is to just pump out creatures with white? It is ridiculously easy. That's gotta be that's gotta go somewhere. I don't know where. Shinra Reinforcements. I think I have this one somewhere. I think it came with one of the decks. When this creature enters mill 3 and you gain 3. And it's kind of underwhelming. Summon Fat Chocobo! Look at him! Look at him! He looks disgusting. I hate him. Well, we got a summon. So that's like kind of on the list. Again, like that third like summon Bahamut there was sort of just a stand-in for like any summon cards. What is this? Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever a land you control enters, this token gets +1/+1. +1/+0 until end of turn. What the fuck? That's what I said. This guy's from 7, apparently. I don't remember Fat Chocobo in 7, but I never finished it, and it's been a fat minute since I played. And then 2, 3, and 4 is creatures you control gain trample until end of turn. That's really funny. I'm a fan. Blitzball. That's a thing from 10. You don't have to. I don't even need to check. Blitzball I know is a thing from 10. Add 1 mana of any color for 3 mana. Add 1 mana of any color is pretty good. And then tap, sacrifice the artifact, draw 2 cards, activate only if an opponent was dealt combat damage by a legendary creature this turn. It's kind of hard to tell, but the text says goal, like we're playing football, like not football Americano, like actual football, the one with the actual where you use your feet. Leporit Scout, Final Fantasy 14. I don't remember these guys, but I also haven't played 14 all that much. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1. Dude, I've never actually played a Final Fantasy, but I know of Final Fantasy X because of that one animatic of those 2 guys playing it. I don't think I'll ever forget it. You're going to have to show me that later. I don't remember that. Hey, it's Zach Fair from 7. Zach Fair enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. Pay a mana to sacrifice him. That's evil. If you've played, if you know, you know. Target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. Put Zach Fair's counters on that creature and attach an equipment that was attached to Zach Fair to that creature. That's kind of a sick card. He's 1 mana, too. He's an 0/1 though, but he starts with a +1, so that'd be a 1/2 for 1 mana. That's a really good card. What the fuck? I don't think I could put that in anything, but Clash of the Icons. This is from 16. I've never played 16. I heard it was really good, but I've never played 16. Choose 1 or more. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. Remove a lore counter from target saga you control. Put a lore counter on target. Okay, I want this. Because, again, the saga-related stuff, I'm kind of looking for. So we'll put that in, like, I don't know, separate pile here. It's like, this is, like, real shit. Actually, let's put that Chocobo card that I pulled. Maybe later. I don't feel like fishing through this. Elixir. This artifact enters tapped. Pay 5, tap, exile this artifact, shuffle all non-land cards from your graveyard into your library. You gain life equal to the number of cards shuffled into your library this way. That sounds really useful. That's just a heal. Holy shit, what is that? Ambrosia Whiteheart, legendary bird. What is this from? This is from 16. Look at that art. Again, I'm never going to stop complaining about it. My camera sucks, I apologize, but like that looks kind of sick. Flash, when Ambrosia Whiteheart enters, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. Whenever a land you control enters, Ambrosia Whiteheart gets +1/+0. That's kind of sick. Choco Seeker of Paradise. This is from 9. There's another 9. There's another 9er. Is that Zidane? That's Zidane in the back. And a Moogle. Whenever 1 or more birds you control attack, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may put 1 of them into your hand, then put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield. That was a lot of words that I just kind of like read and didn't really understand. I might have to like look through that another day. Crossroads Village. This land enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color. Add 1 mana of the chosen colors. That's one of the new town ones. And it's a foil. Look, it's this little foil. It's got a little foil effect on it. That's kind of neat. I'll put the Chocobo card that I pulled, the fat Chocobo, into like the cool pile, the cool kid pile, because I wanted to look for some summons. I remember that. I remember mentioning that at least. Alright, let's just start like blitzing through these. Pack 3, because we're already 45 minutes in, and I have only gone through 2 packs. Granted, like 30 minutes of that was just chatting, but blah. Hey, we got another signed card. Hope that yeah, that's the back. What is this? Oh, it's Barrett. Look at that. Oh shit, I just dropped it. Fuck. I don't really know like how worth anything these are, but like that's kind of neat. Just a little like piece of, you know, cardboard essentially. It's just got Final Fantasy art series. I don't know, we'll just throw that somewhere. Put it with the other one. The girl from 15 or 14, excuse me. Blah. Do one of these. And hopefully that didn't fuck up. Island! Oh, is this from 10? This is from 10. I don't know why I recognize that. I've never played 10, but like this looks kind of neat. I don't think any of my decks came with a came with an island like this. But also, all of the lands, just gotta point out, all the lands we've seen so far and all the lands in general are full arts. Usually they're not full art like this, like, or at least all of them are not full art like this. That's nice. I like that. What do we got? Fucking Summoner's Sanctum. That's, what, 10? Is that 10? Yeah, that's an X. 10. Flash, enchant artifact or creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted permanent. Enchanted permanent doesn't untap during its controller's untap step, and its activated abilities can't be activated. So this is just put this on a creature and it can't do anything. Like, at all. That's evil. I like that. I like evil shit. You're not alone. That's Final Fantasy 9. That's my boy Zidane. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If you control 3 or more, it gets +4 instead. That's awesome. For 1 mana, that's crazy. For 1 mana, that's crazy. Blazing Bomb, that's kind of an iconic enemy right there. That's kind of neat. Excuse me, clearing my throat. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Or I can tap it to kill this creature, and it deals a lot of damage to other creatures. That's kind of neat. And it's for, again, 1 mana. 1 mana for a bomb, that's kind of cool. Fight On. I don't think we pulled this one yet. I don't know why I pulled this on Arena. That's why I find this familiar. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. This is Final Fantasy 7. Clearly, there's Yuffie. There's Yuffie and Aerith, and who else is that in the background? I don't know who that is in the background. That's some creature, some enemy. But that's kind of neat. I keep saying that. I keep saying, oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. I got nothing original to say. We got Geisal greens. That's the shit that chocobos eat. That's like chocobo feed. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever land you control enters. This token gets +1/+0. There's a flashback cost, which is weird. But I'm noticing like a pattern with like birds. Like there's like potential to make like a chocobo deck where you just like throw out a bunch of bird tokens and shit, and they all get super powered. Adventurer's Inn. This is another one of those towns, and it's just a colorless. Whenever this land enters, you gain 2 life. It gives you a colorless mana. That's kind of neat. Iron Giant. What is this from? 15? Haven't played 15. So it's just a 6/6 with Vigilance, Reach, Trample. If that means nothing to you, you don't gotta worry about it. But that's kind of cool. The art's kind of neat. It's especially hard to tell what's going on here with the terrible camera. But I'm a fan. What the fuck? Look at that! Look at that. We got like a full art. Who drew this? Yoshi Arai. I feel like this might be like OG like concept art that we're holding in our hands right now, or I'm holding in my one hand, my one giant hand. I got kind of big hands, but lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and this is an artifact that you can tap to add 1 mana of any color. Holy shit! I'm adding this to like the I didn't know I wanted this, but I want it really bad pile. That is really sick. Diamond Weapon from 7. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each permanent card in your graveyard. It has Reach. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to Diamond Weapon. That's an 8/8. That with Indestructible. Pretty much. Or it's like a slightly reworded form of Indestructible. 8/8 Indestructible. That's fucking crazy. You can't touch him. Well, you can if you had, like, I don't know, something that just, like, insta-deletes him. But you can't touch him by damaging him. This is an Ether. That's a weird way to portray an Ether. It looks like a I think that's the thing on the very far right here. It's this thing. That looks like a fucking chug jug or something. Or a like a weird magic camera. Like the top is kind of like the aperture of the camera. Is that what you call that? I don't know what camera. I don't know camera shit. Exile target artifact. Add 1 blue mana. Whenever you next cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. I like copying spells. Copying spells is kind of wacky. I'm a big fan of that. I think one of the recent like precons lets you do shit like that. I have one of those. The Final Days from 14. Haven't played. Create 2 tapped 2/2 black horror creature tokens. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, instead create X of these tokens. I don't care. That's too much. Also, I can't find myself playing that too much. The Wandering Minstrel, also from 14. Don't know who this guy is. Looks like a big fucking nerd. Got like Robin like eyeglasses, or like the Robin's mask, like Batman Robin mask. Lands you control enter untapped. Do lands you control normally enter tapped? Or I guess that's specifically for those lands that are like, oh, this land enters tapped. Minstrel's Ballad. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 5 or more towns, create a 2/2 elemental creature token. That's all colors. And then 3 mana and 1 of each color. That's a lot of mana. Other creatures you control get plus X, where X is the number of towns you control. So this guy would go to cool in a town deck. Maybe I'll build one of those. We got Locke! He's the we got a foil Locke, too? That's kind of sick. I think this is just like a... No, this is definitely a foil. So look at that. It's got that, like, foily sheen. Locke is from Final Fantasy VI. He's my boy. He's the thief in Final Fantasy VI. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. You don't fuck with Locke. We're putting him in the cool kid pile. Alright, let's start, like, going through more of these. I love Locke. We love Locke in this household. We got another one of those art tag thingies. Oh shit. Toss that out to the side. Didn't even open cleanly. What do we got? Oh my god, it's Red 13. Oh, it's upside down. Shit. Red 13. From 7. That's the second 7 character I've pulled today. For specifically those art let me like clean up the like empty packs that I had pack wrapping I have off to the side here. Throw that out. My little like garbage container. Do one of these. Flip her over. Let's see what we got. We got this is the it's a foil land. That's kind of neat. Charlie, a Nation of Scholars from 14. Haven't been here. Don't know what this is. The land enters tapped, white or blue. Foil land is kind of neat, though. It's not really, like, that interesting of a foil, but, you know. Foil stuff is automatically more interesting than not foil stuff. Dreams of Laguna. This is, 8. Haven't played 8. Surveil 1, then draw a card. For 2 mana, that's not bad. It has a flashback cost? That's kind of neat. Alright. Add that to the list. Paladin's Arms. This is one of those, like, artifact equipments that creates a paladin. Equipped creature gets +2/+1, has ward, so you can't target the creature with a spell unless you pay an extra mana. Has ward 1, and is a knight in addition to its other creature types. That's kind of cool. Big fan of those like job thingies. Sabo Tender. You know what I should have added to the list? The bottom list, because this is a Cactuar like adjacent thing. I should have added the giant Cactuar. Giant Cactuar is like unofficially on that list down there. On the list like below right here. That list. Giant Cactuar is on that list officially now. It's a this is a 2/1 reach. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. So he's just annoying. He's an annoying creature. I love me some annoying creatures. Cornered by the Black Mages. I remember like making a deck with this one in Arena. This just makes like a bunch of wizard tokens. Those like wizard tokens that whenever you cast a spell it deals 1 damage to the opponent. Yeah. I might again I'm saying I might make a wizard deck or something, because those wizard tokens are hilarious. I'm so happy I pulled Commune with Beavers. This is like I said I played a bit of Final Fantasy 2 and I hated it because it sucks, but there's a part in Final Fantasy 2 way later where the one of the characters, Guy, he says, "Guy speak beaver." Guys speak beaver. I'm glad they added that as a card. Commune with beavers. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact, creature, or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Guys speak beaver. More legendary words have never been said. Let me say, got another blitz ball. At least we're starting to get to the point where we can kind of, you know, not, for lack of a better word, blitz through repeats. Another adventurer is in. Ultros, my boy. He's annoying as shit, but he's really funny. He's like a reoccurring villain in 6, and he's like the stupid squid monster guy. He's just as goofy as he looks in the card art here, but he's a goober, and I hate him, but I also kind of like him. His writing is for a Super Nintendo game from like 1994 or 5, I think Final Fantasy 6 came out in. The writing is actually really funny. I'm a fan. I'm gonna throw him in the big pile though. Coliseum Behemoth from 2. All right. Well, we just talked about how I've never played 2, or I played a bit of it and it sucked. 7/7 Trample. When this creature enters, choose one. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, or draw a card. That's kind of baller, actually. Blot, King of the Dwarves from 4. That's from 4, because the dwarves in 4 look really fucking weird. They have these weird eyes. Like glowing eyes, like the Black Mage, almost. He's really weird. He's a 1/1 double strike. Is weird. Whenever Gyat, is it Gyat? Gyat? Oh no, it's Gyat. Whenever Gyot or another dwarf you control enters, and whenever an equipment you control enters, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. So you can just like kind of cycle through your deck real quickly. All right, Gyot. Coral Sword from 5. I played 5 a long time ago, and I don't remember a lot about it. Or a lot of like specifics. I remember really liking it, and I remember playing it through like a browser-based emulator on my Chromebook when I was pretending to do actual work in school. So I didn't get to like hear any of the audio either. Like I didn't get to listen to the music or anything because I had the game muted. But it's a 1 mana equipment with flash. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains first strike until end of turn. And gets +1/+0. And it has an equip cost of 1. This is a cheap equipment. It's not like a flashy... Well, it is kind of flashy in the sense it has flash. But, like, it's a kind of... That's neat. Xenarcand. That's from 10. That's, Xenarcand, I think, is the one where, the funny sad music that people use on YouTube a lot came from. It's, like... It's from Xenarcand. I think. I could be wrong about that. Well, this is a weird, one of those weird cards where there's like 2 functions. So you can either play it as a sorcery and it does something, or you can play it as a land and it's just a land. But that's neat. The Tifa Lockhart. What the hell? We pulled like everybody's favorite wife. The Italian icon herself, Tifa Lockhart. 1/2 Trample Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, double Tifa Lockhart's power until end of turn. That'd be pretty sick on like a well, she's green, so that's, you know, already in her favor. I was gonna say like a green deck where you just putting lands and lands and lands down and like able to power her up, making her like maybe like give her like 6 power by default so that when the land enters she's like a 12 until end of turn. And trample, she's got trample. That's cool. I'm gonna put her in the cool kid pile. You get to stay here, Tifa. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I don't even remember how many I went through. I think like, what is that? 4 or 5 ish, something like that. I could be misremembering. Why is every pack I've opened so far except for the one, the second one, came with who is it? Oh, it's Ishtola. Ishtola. She's from 14. I have her card over there somewhere. I have her like whole precon over there somewhere. Maybe I'll go pull them out just for shits. Between card pack opening. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. Just to show off. Or not like show off, but like just show her off. Because, I don't know. I know a lot of people like Stola. Anyways. What the fuck? Oh, we got a Wastes? I didn't know you could pull Wastes. It's a foil Wastes, too. This is from 16, apparently. I have not played 16. I'm gonna say that about every fucking game, like, forever. I'm gonna repeat myself 100 times today. I have not played XYZ game. Airship Crash from 9. This is the very beginning. I remember that. I vividly remember that. That was kind of a sick sequence. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or a creature with flying. It's got cycling too. That's kind of neat. Retrieve the Esper. This is from 6. This is like the very beginning of 6. The very beginning of 6 when you when you're like Terra's like enslaved by the fucking Empire or some shit, and they send her and like two Empire goons to go retrieve an Esper, and then like shit hits the fan, and she's no longer under their control. Create a 3/3 blue robot warrior artifact creature token. Then, if this spell was cast from the graveyard, because it's got a flashback cost, put 2 1/1 counters on that token. That's kind of cool. Big fan. Fate of the Sun Crest. What is this from? 12? Out of all the games, I know the least about 12. I could not tell you a single thing about 12. I could tell you maybe a single thing about most of the other games. Could not tell you anything about 12. No absolutely jack fucking shit about it. But spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Destroy target non-land permanent. That's kind of funny. Red Mage's Rapier. So this is one of those job selects where I think the Red Mage, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn, and is a wizard in addition to its other types. So that's kind of neat for like spell slinging decks. If you got red, incorporate that into it, and then you can like repeatedly power up a single creature. Black Mage's Rod. On that note, this is the wizard thing where you cast a non-creature spell and it pings your enemy for 1. I'm just saying, wizard deck is coming. There's instant ramen again. Big fan of that. There's a fly in my room. I'm gonna scream. Not really. Instant ramen again. Lunatic Pandora from 8. I probably know just as little about 8 as I do 12, maybe slightly more so. Like, I remember watching my dad play 8 when I was real young, and that's about it. 2 mana tap, Surveil 1. Or 6 mana tap, sacrifice Lunatic Pandora, destroy target non-land permanent. That's kind of neat. Tonberry. I was kind of hoping to pull this guy, like in the back of my head. He wasn't really high on my list at all, which is why he was not on the list, but he enters tapped with a stun counter, which means that he stays tapped for 2 turns. But he has, during your turn, first strike and death touch. So, like, if you swing with him, he hits first, and then the enemy dies, and he doesn't take any damage. I think that's how that works. So, like, he's a bit of a threat. For 1 mana, he's a crazy threat to just throw out there like that. Zidane, my boy! Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at that goofy ass. Whenever Zidane enters, gain control of target creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Untap it, it gains lifelink and haste until end of turn. That's fucking goofy. Whenever opponent gains control of a permanent from you, you create a treasure token. How does that work? Because, like, that second effect has got to be weirdly specific. Whenever an opponent gains control of a permanent from you, there's not a lot of things, relatively speaking, that, like, outright gain control of a permanent from somebody else. So that's got to not come into play too often, unless you, like, make a deck surrounding like giving permanents to your opponents. I could see that being funny. Sorceress's Schemes from 8. I think that's the final boss right there. I think that's the sorceress herself. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard or exiled card with flashback you own. That was a lot of words that I just did not understand. Well, I did understand them. They just kind of like went in one ear out the other, you know what I mean? Sleep magic! Sleep! I love that spell. In like D&D, I love that spell. That's a really fun spell. Enchant creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature, and it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. But when it's dealt damage, it wakes up, and then this aura goes away. That's kind of goofy. For 1 mana, that's pretty fun. Oh my god, Emmett Selk! It's him! And so he's got like little cool like alternate art. I got the cool alternate art, Emmett Selk. I think Mal, I don't know if Mal's here right now, but Mal said he had a friend that was looking for this card. Or no, I think he was looking for a different variant of Emmett Selk. I just fucking pulled it in a I think he was looking specifically for like the full art. I don't know if it was this full art though. But the 2/4 Vigilance enters whenever he enters or attacks, draw a card and discard. Beginning of your upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards in your graveyard, transform him. Transform him into Hades. Yeah, he does seem cool. He's the big bad of Final Fantasy XIV, like main story, like A Realm Reborn. Now he's a 6/6 vigilance. During your turn, you may play cards from your graveyard. If a card or token will be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. I'm putting him in cool kid zone because I like cards that have a little transform function. You know what I mean? I don't really have any of those. they only print those in booster packs and shit. They don't come with like the precon like decks. And then we got a foil blitzball shot. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample. And that's it. We're gonna take another take 5 here again. Take a sip of my coffee, maybe 3, maybe even 4 if I'm feeling real zooted, real wired, you know? And then maybe drink a shit ton of water. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on, give me one moment while we're waiting on ads. Hell motherfucking yeah. Let's hope this doesn't spill everywhere. Listen to this. Listen to this. Let's hope this goes through the mic. Fuck yeah. It's just a non-alcoholic seltzer. I'm one of those seltzer water freaks. I don't drink soda. I just drink seltzer waters. Best viewers on you know better than to click that link. Get the fuck out of my chat. Bitch. Fucking bots. Worthless scum bots. I'd show you the can, but I think it's like an off-brand. No, this is like the Aldi brand shit. It's not that interesting. But it's say kill the machine, dude. I've been trying. They're like a fucking Hydra. You kill one and seven more show up in your chat. I have to ban every last one of them. I put this down and hope that it doesn't spill anywhere. Ooh, excuse me. And that was gross. Go through these art thingies again because these are kind of neat. We got, I don't remember her name. I have a card with her on it. You know what? While we're waiting, hold on. Actually, no. Maybe next time. Maybe next ad break. I have a card. Shit, excuse me. I'm the fucking bubbly water make me burp. I have a card with her on it. I forget her name though. But I definitely have Stola. And I know that because she has her own precon deck, and I put them away. I could show you the box, like next ad break. Maybe I'll do that. We got Red 13, of course. You know what I want to do? Absolutely not related to anything, but I really want to learn how to really shuffle like playing cards, and like those people that are like fucking insane with like fiddling with playing cards and doing like you know, shit like this. Like riffle shuffling, and they make it look like real magic, like flashy and shit. I wouldn't do that with my magic cards. I'd rather die than riffle shuffle this shit. But like just regular playing cards, I'd love to learn how to do shit like that. Welcome back from ad jail, people. We were just talking about playing cards and looking at stuff. I want to learn how to like really like riffle shuffle stuff. I think we're on deck number 6. I lost track at this point, but we have 30 in this box. I just want to reiterate. We have 30 in this box. So there's a lot to go through. Well, oh, that's a token. So instead of a, that's a frog token. We love that. Look at him. Look at him go. Hold on. Let me toss this. It's a frog token. Is this from 4 or this is from 9? Oh, because I think she's an optional party member from 9. I recognize her. It's kind of hard to see. But she like eats frogs or some shit. I don't remember the whole story with her. I never met her. I never ran into her, but I do like remember her face. I just remember the vague idea. We got Windurst Federation Center from 11. It's another what do you call it? This is the MMO. The first MMO, and it's just a land. Enters tapped, nothing interesting. Town Greeter. When this creature enters mill 4, you may put a land card from among them into your hand. If you put a town card into your hand this way, you gain 2 life. That's weirdly specific. I guess you could make a weird town deck, though, with him in it. Ice Magic. This is another, like, thing or a type of card I was hoping to pull. Because there's, like, it's kind of, you can't read it, I'm so sorry. But, like, down here, you can choose to pay more mana to cast Blizzard, Blizzara, or Blizzaga, and there's also a Fire and a Thunder, and Thundara, and Thundaga, and then Fire, Fyra, and Fyraga. And, you know, that's just iconic Final Fantasy magic. So I was kind of hoping to collect these, actually. The ice one, and I think there's a poison one? There might be a poison one. I definitely know there's Blizzard, Fire, and Thunder. They have their own set. I'm putting you in cool kid pile. Dwarven Castle Guard. You see, this might be a little easier to tell, but the dwarves in Final Fantasy IV look really fucking weird. These are not dwarves. they're goofy. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 colorless hero token. Interesting. Oh shit! I was just talking about thunder magic. We got Thunder, Thundara, and Thundaga now. This is just a more complicated lightning bolt. You could pay 1 mana, 1 red to bolt for 2, or you could pay 3 extra colorless to do 4, or 5 extra colorless and an extra red to do 8 total damage to 1 creature. That is fucking crazy. Just like insta kill, just insta drop. 8 damage can cover a lot of different creatures. Malboro. I think they changed his name because it used to be Marlboro, like Marlboro Lights. Marlboro Light 100s, like the cigarettes. I think they changed it. It was kind of fitting because he breathed poison. Bad Breath. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 cards of their library. Why would you play this? I'm sure there's a reason. It's a black card. Black cards are all about risk-reward, but, like, why would you play this? Got the Adventurers in again. We got Vane Carudus Solidor from 12. It's a full art, so that's kind of neat. Legendary creature, Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. It's not often you see poison counters. I think the rules on poison counters is if your player has 20 poison counters, they instantly lose the game. So you can make a weird Death Touch. This is a green. It's kind of hard to tell. He costs green mana. You can make like a green-black like Death Touch deck and make it around like poison counters with this guy. That'd be kind of neat. I'm gonna put him here though because he's not like that interesting, all things considered. I don't really know him. It only takes 10 counters. Jesus, I thought it might have used to be 20. I don't know. I don't play with poison counters often. Evil Excuse me. Evil Reawakened. Turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional +1s on it. This is from Final Fantasy V. I don't remember that guy. Renoa Heartily. She's from 8. She's like I think the love interest of like Squall from 8, or like I don't know what their whole deal is. I don't know if they changed it, but I have a card somewhere in my collection that states 10. Okay, so it is 10 then if a card says so. When Renoa Heartily enters, create Angelo, a legendary 1/1 green and white dog creature. Whenever Renoa Heartily attacks, another target creature you control gets 1/1 until end of turn for each creature you control. So yeah, that's kind of neat. Queen Brani, she's like one of the main antagonists of 9. I remember her. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Whenever Queen Brani, Brane? Whenever she attacks, create create one of those wizard tokens that I keep mentioning. That's kind of, you throw her into the wizard deck. I'm just saying, wizard deck is slowly coming together, boys. Side quest, catch a fish. I forgot that they also have like side quest cards. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's an artifact or creature card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. Excuse me. If you put a card into your hand this way, create a food token and transform this enchantment into what? Hold on, let me take this off so I don't, spoil any cards. Transform into Cooking Campsite, which is just a land that you get to add white, or sacrifice it to put a 1/1 counter on each creature. That's kind of cool. Transforming land is interesting. Wow, the fuck do you pronounce that? This guy's from 8. Safer Almazi. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Or Firecross. Whenever Safer... Sorry, I gotta, read this. Text is, tiny. Whenever Safer Almazi deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Fascinating. Okay. This is kind of standard affair. Balam T-Rexar from 8. They have fucking T-Rexes in Final Fantasy 8? Dude, I gotta play that now. This is 6/6 with trample. When this creature enters, you gain 3 life, and he has forest cycling. So let's pay 2 mana to look for a forest and get rid of this card. He's a foil. We got a foil T-Rex. I didn't know there were T-Rexes in Final Fantasy VIII. That's fascinating is a word I would use for that. All right, put him over here. Let's start blitzing through some more packs. We got so much. This might be. I thought this was gonna be a short stream. This might be like an hour, like a 5-hour stream of just me opening cards. That depends. Actually, that all depends on how many. If we start getting a lot of repeats, because we're seeing a lot of the food token that we were just talking about. Ugh. Alright, I'm starting to like push my garbage down into the what have you. We got the food token that they were just talking about. They're like, oh, create a food token. This one's from 15. Look at that. Ain't that I love Ghibli food. They animate it so beautifully. I'll put that over here. This stack is going to be like huge. We're gonna need to split this into like 5 stacks at some point. Alright, what did we get here? Insomnia Crown City from 15. This looks like a modern city, so I'd believe this if you told me this was 15. Because 15 is like weirdly modern day. And it's just a white-black land, enter tapped. What else we got? Another Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Okay. Another You're Not Alone. Love me some Final Fantasy IX rep. Got another Blazing Bomb. Got another Fight On. Okay, we're getting a lot of repeats. Another Geisal Greens. Magic Pot. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. It's an artifact with... Oh, I already know how treasure tokens work, though. Magic Pot. What is this from? 5. I don't remember Magic Pot from 5, but I've been meaning to replay that for a while now. And I played that in high school when I was like pretending to do actual work on my Chromebook. I would emulate it. But the 1/4, so this thing only does something when it dies, or you can like use it to exile a card from a graveyard, any graveyard. It just says a graveyard, not your graveyard. So you can just exile shit from other people's graveyards. That's kind of neat. But if you can manage to get 4 damage on him, you get a free treasure token. That's nice. Imperial City of Arcades! Bro admitted to the crime live on air? Yeah, I mean, statute of limitations. This was like 10 years ago. They can't get me for that. When this creature enters draw... This is a creature? This artwork is so fucking nice. I'm so sorry that my camera sucks, but like... Imperial City of Arcades. That looks so good. When this creature enters, draw a card. I'm adding that to the cool kid club. Dark Knight's Gravesword. Now, they're gonna find a way to Ace Attorney that shit? Probably. I don't know. I was a minor. They can't try me as a major. This is one of those job select ones. Equipped creature gets +3 and O and is a knight in addition to its other types. Interesting. Equip, the equip cost incorporates pay 3 life. So you don't pay mana to equip this to a creature. You pay 3 life and activate only once each turn. So I can't just like move the thing around between creatures like it's nothing. But it's literally just +3/+0. It's nothing else that's that interesting. Rufus Shinra, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Look at me angrily pointing at you. I hate this guy. I remember struggling with his boss fight like when I was a kid. Whenever Rufus Shinra attacks, if you don't control a creature named Darkstar, create a Darkstar. Create Darkstar, a legendary 2/2 white and black dog creature. That's the guy behind him. That's the ugly dog that you fight in his boss fight. I remember him. Ignis Scientia. Scientia? I guess Scientia. He's a bitch in FF7 Remake too? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Also, hi Lewis. When Ignis Scientia enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. That's kind of neat. You can like use him to make a treasure token or a food token. Excuse me. He looks kind of like a chef type. He's like cooking up something in the art there. Sid, we got our first Sid. So the thing about Sid is they printed one artwork of Sid for every Sid, and there's a Sid in I think every game starting in Final Fantasy 3. So that's like 13 Sids. And there's specifically text on here that says a deck can have any number of cards named Sid Timeless Artificer. So I could just put a shit ton of Sids from all across the series. This one specifically is Sid from 8. So I have the least to say about this Sid. But there's our first Sid. We got the starting town. This land enters tapped unless it's on your first, second, or third turn. And it just gives you white colorless. Or you could pay a life to get any color. That's neat. What do we got? We got a foil Red Mage's Rapier. We already saw Red Mage's Rapier though, but like another foil is nice. Put that right there. Go through another one. I want to say this is number 10 or 9. I think this might be number 9. No, this is 8. I think this is 8. Because there's 3 here. Let me just show you the box again. There's 3 per, and this one is like slightly above these two. So I think we're on pack number 8. How much do these decks cost? Each of these packs was $10, and I bought a box. But the box, when you buy the box, it was $200. So I basically got 10 packs for free. But the only reason I bought the whole box and not just a bunch of packs was because I figured I could open them on stream. I thought that'd be fun. Ah, come on. Fuck. There we go. Awesome. What is that? A wizard token? We got the wizard token from the wizard deck that I was saying I wanted to maybe make. Love that. So that's when you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals 1 damage to each opponent. Love that. We'll put that in the big pile. Now we do the schmoove. Flip it over. What do we got? Oh, this is the forest from 9, right? Yeah, this is the forest from 9. This is like the forest at the beginning of 9 that you get lost in, I think. I remember there being some weird, wacky bullshit in that forest. Again, I've been meaning to replay that for a while now. Magic Damper from 13? It seems like there's not a lot of cards from 13. I don't hear a lot of good things about 13, though, so maybe that's why. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. Untap it. For 1 mana, that's pretty awesome. Galacat. I think he's a boss from 5? Flying Vigilance, 1/3. As long as you control 2 or more artifacts, this creature gets +2/+0. So as long as you control at least 2 artifacts, he's a 3/3 Flying Vigilance. That's neato, I guess. Summon GF Ifrit. Ifrit? It's Ifrit, I know that. But I did want some summons, so that's cool. Discard a card if you do draw a card, and then add 1 mana. I'm gonna put him in the cool kid pile, because I really like Ifrit. And we wanted to find some summons here anyway, so, you know. Got another Sabotender. We got Undercity Dire Rat from 12. I guess it could have been in any of them. It's just a fucking rat, but when this creature dies, create a treasure token. That's pretty funny. He's a 2/2. He's a pretty tough rat if he's a 2/2, but Vincent's Limit Break. I forgot about this card because this is also in Magic Arena, but it's another tiered thing, like the other spellcasting spells, where you have to pay extra mana to get something else out of it. Until end of turn, target creature you control gains when this creature dies. Return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control and has the chosen base power and toughness. So I could, like, theoretically, Undercity Dire Rat, force him to die, because, you know, he gives you a treasure token when he dies, and then bring him back, and if I pay the full, what is that? It's one colorless, 1 black by default. If I pay the full 3 colorless at the bottom here, he comes back as a 7/2. He comes back as a 7/2 rat. And then he dies again, and then he gives me another treasure token. I also love Vincent. He's one of my favorite characters. So I'm putting him in Cool Kid Club here. World map. 1 mana, tap, sacrifices artifacts. Search your library for a basic land. This is from Final Fantasy 1. This is the map from Final Fantasy 1. It's kind of hard to tell with the camera quality, but, you know. Sacrifices artifacts. Search your library for a basic land, or I could pay extra mana to make it any land, regardless of basic. That's neat. Sandworm! From Final Fantasy 5. I feel like I have vague memories of that. The 5/4 haste. When this creature enters destroy target land, its controller may search their library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. That'd be funny. Demon Wall! From 14. He's a 3/3 defender menace, which kind of is an oxymoron, because menace makes it so that, like, when you attack, you can't be blocked by less than two creatures. And defender means you can't attack. But it also says as long as this creature has a counter on it, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. And then you could pay 6 mana to put 2 +1s on it in that manner. So you could pay 6 mana just to put counters on him. We got Summon Shiva. Okay. Tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. And then also, at the end, draw a card for each tapped creature your opponent controls. It's a 4/5. Fun Shiva and the cool kids. Primal Garuda. I don't think I've seen this one. Aerial Blast. This creature deals 4 damage to target tapped creature and opponent controls. That'd be really funny with Shiva here. Or some other thing that lets you tap creatures. Then for 2 turns, another target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains flying until end of turn. This is a 3/3 flying summon. Primal Garuda. That's kind of neat. That's really neat. We got a full Artisan Arcan. Full Artisan Arcan. You see the lack of borders here? The art extends beyond the bounds of the card border. We love to see full arts. It's a very simple enhancement to like most cards. Like I think most of the cards in this set, all sets I think, have like full arts. This is like uncommons. We got a foil elixir. Look at that. Got a foil elixir. I might use that in something. Let's take some water. I've been talking a lot. Or that can of seltzer water that I cracked open. Hell yeah. Ugh. Let's open another pack. Pack number 9. I'm gonna call this pack 9 because I think this is pack 9. I could very well be wrong about that, but I'm just kind of assuming that this is pack 9. We got, oh, it's the dark, the fucking whatchamacallit. We just saw Rufus, and Rufus makes you make Darkstar. Darkstar, the creepy fucking alien dog thing that he summons. Ugh. That's kind of neat. I won't lie. I like things that are neat. I have to flip this over, but this is just a foil cooking campsite, which is something we already own. It's the same thing. It's just foil, the side quest fishing card or catch a fish card. So there goes our foil pull, spoiled by proxy of the fact that it's a reversible card, but it's whatever. It wasn't that interesting of a card anyway. Final Fantasy 13 Island art. I don't know what this is. I don't know where this is. I don't plan on playing 13 like ever, so I don't care. We got Sage's Newliths. Newliths? What is a Newlith? And Sage's Newliths. Nouliths. It's another job select, so it makes a creature. It makes a hero token and then just automatically attaches itself to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+0, has whenever this creature attacks, untap target attacking creature. Wait a minute. Whenever this creature attacks, untap target attacking creature. Oh, so I can give someone like free temporary vigilance. So they don't, I can like keep them to block. That's kind of neat. And is a cleric in addition to its other types. Okay, that's kind of cool. Weapons vendor. This is from 7, definitely. I mean, look at the Buster Swords in the bottom right there. When this creature enters, draw a card at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you control an equipment, you may pay 1 mana, and when you do, attach target equipment you control to target creature you control. So you can just equip shit for less. That would go hard in Cloud's deck. It might already be in Cloud's deck, though. Haste magic. Target creature gets +3/1 and gains haste until end of turn. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it until your next end step. Haste is probably one of my favorite spells in, like, you know, JRPGs and stuff. You know, I like to go fast. As a basic human being, I have a desire to go fast. So haste magic, I really resonate with. What do we got? Heck dies. The 1/1 for 2. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card. Fascinating. Town Greeter, we already pulled. Another one. We got another ice magic. We got Vane's Treachery. It's an instant. From, what is this, 12? Final Fantasy 12. As a kicker cost, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. If it was kicked, it's a -6/-6. So you can just instantly drop someone if you pay the mana and sacrifice an artifact or a creature. That's -6/-6 could drop most things. We got Golbez, Clad in Darkness. This is from 4. I've never played 4, but we got a cool art of Golbez here. Whenever another creature dies, he looks like Ainzel Goon. Eins Ulgon, excuse me. Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your grave. That's a lot of stipulations I just read there. Golbez deals 1 damage to each opponent, and I can pay some mana to mill everybody mill a card. That's kind of wacky. I like milling cards. We got another Diamond Weapon. Got another Phoenix Down. Got another Realm Sketching. Got Gilgamesh, Master at Arms! Whenever Gilgamesh enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When you put 1 or more equipment onto the battlefield this way, you may attach one of them to a samurai. I guess you could put this in like some kind of samurai deck. That's the last one we pulled, because we already pulled the foil. Ugh, excuse me. Alright, let's start. Keep going. Let's keep going. We got a lot more packs to go through. Like, an insane amount of packs to go through. And we haven't pulled really, like, anything specific from our list. Mind you. We haven't pulled Primal Odin. We haven't pulled Absolute Virtue. We've pulled a lot of summons. But that was kind of a given, just because there's a lot of summons in the set. We got a treasure token. A treasure token. This one's from Final Fantasy 1. I guess this could be from, like, any of them, though. But it's a treasure token. Might use that in something. Let me throw out this shit. Put that in the pile. Put you here. What kind of a land did we pull here? Got a forest from 11. That's kind of nice. Nice little artwork. It's kind of hard to tell from the camera, but there's like people walking through the woods. I'm a fan of that. What else we got? Ice Flan. Oh, I got a story for you. Has nothing to do with ice. Has everything to do with flan. Actually, I might have told this on stream already, but I once tried to make flan, like caramel flan. And I got everything set up. I don't have a steamer basket. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't have a steamer basket. What do? So, in order to... So I basically put... I think I put a strainer on top of a pot of boiling water that, like, barely fit over it. And then you want to, like... It's kind of hard to explain, but you want the steam... You want, like... Because it's caramel flan, you put them in these little, like, teacups. And you, when the steam rises up, you don't want it to, like, condense and then fall into the teacup, because then you got water in your flan, and that's gross. So you usually... The recipe I was following said, like, hey, put a towel, like, on top of the whole affair, so that it catches all the moisture. So I was like, okay, and I put the towel, like, you're supposed to, like, put a lid over the steamer basket, because I didn't have a lid that fit over the strainer. I put another pot over the strainer with a towel in between. So the whole affair is pot of boiling water with a strainer on top, with the flan in the strainer, with another pot, with a towel over top of that, with another pot on top of that. It was like a fucking... It was hell. It was hell. And I took a picture of it, and as soon as I, like, put my phone down after taking a picture of it, the towel caught fire. Because I use a gas burner. So, like, yeah, I never made caramel flan after that. What's next on the list here? Ice Flan. When this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls. Put a stun counter on it. You just throw him out and it just like stuns a guy for a couple rounds. That's kind of neat. Coeurl. Coeurl. That's a lot of vowels. From Final Fantasy 15. Just a 2/2 for 2. That's like standard bear's cost, I think they call that. Pay 2 mana, tap it to tap target non-enchantment creature. Call the mountain chocobo. We got more chocobo shit. Alright. Search your library for a mountain card. Reveal it, put it onto your hand, then shuffle. Create a 2/2 green bird creature. More bird creature shit, so that's neat. Kutrab for cut. Qutrab. Cutrab Foray. When this creature enters, choose 1. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage, or exile up to 2 target cards from a graveyard. Okay, that's pretty standard affair. Goobu Gardener. Thank you, Final Fantasy, for making such difficult to pronounce things, or at least making me like have to do a double take whenever I read some goofy shit like Goobu. It's just a creature that lets you add mana. Syncopate. That's from 10. Never played 10. The guy looks kind of familiar though. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. If that spell is countered this way, my brain is exploding. Exile it instead of putting it in your owner's graveyard. That's kind of neat. Vincent's Limit Break, again. Alright, we love to see that. Random Encounter. Shuffle your library. Mill 4 cards. Put each creature card milled this way onto the battlefield. They gain haste. At the beginning of the next end step, return those creatures to their owner's hand. So you just put a bunch of fucking creatures from your deck onto the battlefield and then immediately call them back. That's interesting. Magitech Armor. That's from 6. That I recognize. When this vehicle enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature. This is crew 1. I don't. Okay, this. I was like, I don't know how like vehicle shit works in Magic off the top of my head. And the one thing that I had that I was like, it was a vehicle. It didn't really tell you what crew, the rule crew meant. This one tells you. It's kind of hard to tell. Again, sorry about the quality. Tap any number of creatures you control with total power 1 or more. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature. So by default, it's just an artifact that doesn't move until you tap a creature to make it a creature. Dark Knight's Greatsword. We already pulled that. That's pretty sick, though. Got another side quest, Catch a Fish. That's 2 of them. We just spoiled something. Xenos Galvis. That's a guy from 14. Don't know who that is. He looks kind of sketchy. He looks kind of scary. He's got a flowing, like a flaming greatsword. You don't fuck with a guy with a flaming sword like that. When he enters, choose a creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Creatures other than Xenos Galvis and the chosen creature gets -2/-2. So he's kind of like put him down and you get to duel. You get to duel. We got that Kikiran Merchant again. This time in foil. Kind of neat. Not too crazy about the card itself, but I mean, it's a foil is a foil, right? We like foils in this house. Ads are starting soon though, so I'm going to take a moment to hydrate myself, and we're gonna continue opening packs in a bit. Fuck! I just spilled water all over my shirt, like a moron, like a fool, like an idiot. Like a dumbass, maybe even. I'm doing like a lot more talking right now than usual. Like, I know streaming is just in general a lot of talking, but like I feel like today especially, listing off all these card effects and shit, I'd be talking and talking and talking. I will say we're a third of the way through these packs. Haven't pulled what I wanted to pull. Not yet. That's worrying. That's worrying. I'm a little worried. Oh, you know what I can show you? Look at the sleeve on this long sleeve. Got spider webs and shit on it. Ain't that kind of neat? I was kind of hoping it would show. I wore it specifically for that, but I was kind of hoping it would show better on the camera, but I have it kind of so close to the desk that, excuse me, that there's not really a good chance to show it up. It's from like a relatively local band, so I don't want to like say, I don't want to dox myself like by accident. But yeah, I bought it from one of their shows. They were pretty chill. They're guitarist that sold it to me. He was a really cool dude. But anyway, welcome back from Ad Jailers. Appreciate you sticking around as per usual. Maybe even lurking if you have me on in the background or something. Appreciate it as always. Ooh, what is this? What was this token? Oh, it's the horror. Remember when we pulled the thing that summoned a horror token? So let's hope that we get to like breeze through these a lot faster, because we're starting to get some more and more repeats, so I don't have to like read everything. The Swamp from 5. I don't remember this, but again, I played 5 a long time ago. So Precious Wanderings. I think I have this in Arena. Search your library for a basic land or town card. I do find it cool how like town cards are like thrown in the mix with basic lands, and they like specify them when you look for a card like that. Search for a land or town, put it onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. When you search your library this way, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That's kind of neat. For 3 mana. Another Kikiran Merchant. Okay. Slash of Light. We pulled another one of those. I really like Slash of Light, because it's the artwork's kind of neat. It's from Final Fantasy 1. That's the boss of Final Fantasy 1, and that's kind of like the guy that he's not really any of the classes, because Final Fantasy 1 doesn't really have like characters. You just pick 4 classes, and they're sort of like faceless characters. But that's kind of the guy that they use to portray, like, the protagonist, quote unquote, quote unquote, of Final Fantasy 1. Got another one of those. We got Mysidian Elder again. I remember mentioning, you know, Wizard deck. Wizard deck will come together one of these days. Another Shinra reinforcements. We got another Fat Chocobo. Let's go. We got Fat Chocobo. White Aura Sight. I think I have this in the Stola deck. When this artifact enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until this artifact leaves the battlefield. So once I put this down, I can just delete something off the battlefield until this thing dies. Until I get rid of the White Aura Sight. And I can use it to tap for mana. That's kind of sick. Reno and Rude. Where are they from? They're from 7. Oh, that's why I recognize them. These are some of the Turks from Final Fantasy 7. 2/1 Menace. Whenever Reno and Rude deal combat damage, exile the top card of that player's library. Then you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, you may play the exiled card this turn, and mana of any type can be spent to cast it. So you can just steal shit from people. This is the steal shit from people card. I kind of like that. Fire magic! Yeah, look, look, there he is. There he is, there's our boy. There's Vivi. That is Vivi, right? Yeah, it's from Final Fantasy 9, so this is definitely Vivi. We got fire magic. We could play, we got Firaga and shit. You're going cool kids area. Novilliers from 13. Just a X3 Vigilance. Novillier's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. That could be, on white, that could be pretty cool. Again, white cards, you can just, like, multiply creatures like it's nothing. Zodiarch Umbral God. Is this the boss from 14? Is this one of the bosses from 14? It's a 5/5 indestructible. When Zodiarch enters, each player sacrifices half the non-god creatures they control of their choice, rounded down. Whenever a player sacrifices another creature, put a 1/1 counter on Zodiarch. So he's a 5/5, but when he enters, like everybody sacrifices shit, and every time he sacrifices something, he gets more powerful. So he's technically a 5/5, but he's basically like, I don't know what, on average, probably like an 8/8. Depending on how many players there are. That's crazy. You know, I'm gonna put Zodiarch down here. This is the interesting cards pile. Sarah Farron from 13. I think I remember her, because I, like, watched I think my brother played a bit of 13. I think I remember her. The first legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. Beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 2 or more other legendary creatures, you may transform? Crystallized Sarah. Oh, that sounds like a spoiler. Not that I was gonna play it, but first legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less. Legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. Interesting. So this is good for like legendary creature decks. What does she cost? Green and white. Fascinating. And then we got a delivery Moogle foil. It's a 3/2 flying. When this creature enters, search your library and/or graveyard for an artifact with mana value 2 or less. Reveal it. Put it onto your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle. So we got a little delivery guy. Is he from 9? No, he's from 14. He's a little man. Look at him. He thinks he has a job. Do you think he gets paid? I don't think they pay him. I think they tricked him into thinking that they pay him, but they don't really pay him. They definitely don't pay his ass. He's free labor. The fucking the people of Limsa have not like gotten their shit together to like ban the practice. He's an unpaid intern, 100%. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, he doesn't get paid to do this shit. I got another art card here though. What'd we get? Who is it gonna be? It's it's the one goofy fucking character that I mentioned earlier from 9. She eats frogs. I don't know her name, but we got a weird like art insert of her. That's kind of neat. She's a little weirdo. She's a little goofball. We're gonna do our usual. And drumroll please. We got Gone, Town of Ruin. This is from 5. I don't remember Gone. It's just so black-green entered tapped. Nothing that interesting. Bard's Bow. Interesting that it's not like Bard's Knife, Bard's Bagpipes, Bard's Harp. No, Bard's Bow. It's another job select. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has reach, and is a bard. Okay, an equipment that gives you reach would go pretty hard in a lot of decks as flying coverage. Because not everybody has good coverage on flying. Most decks don't have good coverage on flying. So just throwing this in there would be pretty sick. Rook Turret? That was the first card we pulled. I remember that. The flying, whenever another artifact you control enters, you draw a card. If you do, discard. Interesting. There's the Aerith Rescue Mission. Actually, these were the first 2 cards we pulled. In order. Aerith Rescue Mission, I remember we pulled that too. Light of Judgment was the 3rd one we pulled. What is happening? 4th was Sephiroth's Intervention. This is a duplicate card pack. I remember this. Hill Guy, okay. We didn't pull Hill Gygus. We broke the chain. We broke the curse. The 5/4 Trample Haste with Mountain Cycling. This guy's from 6, and I remember that because I've had to kill a couple of them. They're a little tanky. We got another world map. Okay. Choco Comet. What the fuck? Choco Comet deals X damage to any target. Create a 2/2 green bird creature. Interesting, but it deal X damage? And it has, like, it's kind of hard to tell, but that gray is an X, that gray mana. So you could just, like, load it with whatever mana you have. That's kind of cool. It's from 12. Choco Comet. Adelbert Steiner. He's one of the, that's one of the main characters in 9. The 2/1 lifelink, and he gets 1/1 for each equipment you control. He'd go hard in Cloud's deck then, because the Cloud's deck is all about equipment cards. Cargo Ship. From 9. 2/3 Flying Vigilance. Tap to add a colorless. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or activate an ability of an artifact creature. Interesting. Got Crew 1 too. It's only a 2/3 though, but that's a little weird. We got Summon Leviathan. We're looking for summon cards. Return each creature that isn't a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent to its owner's hand. That's a lot of very specific creature types. Until end of turn, whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent attacks, draw a card. It's got Ward 2 on it, too. You need to pay 2 extra mana to target this with shit. What you over here? Got Yuna, Hope of Spira? She's from 10. I know that off the top of my head. Is this alternate art? Might be alternate art. I don't know what her default art looks like, though. During your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures you control have Trample, Lifelink, and Ward 2. At the beginning of your end step, return up to 1 target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. She seems cool. She seems interesting. I can't really think of any context I would use her in, but got a Boil Sage's Newliths. That's kind of cool. Alright. Take some water. Give me 1 moment. Oh no, my seltzer can is empty. No, I gotta drink regular water now. The fuck? Is it me or is this like turning? This like turning slightly. I think I'm going crazy. Oh well. We have... Let's do the math. Because we got this many packs left. How many is it per stack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 per stack. Because it's all evenly placed. 18. We have 18. We've gone through 12. So this is pack 13. This is pack 13 right here. We're gonna get something good. I'm blessing this. I'm blessing this with totally holy magic or some shit. I don't know. This is gonna be. We're gonna get some good shit. We're gonna pull something that is actually on our list this time. We're not gonna get a bunch of repeats. Look, we even got a bird token. We were looking for those. Not really, but I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Ugh. We got the bird token. We've been seeing a lot of Chocobo cards reference bird tokens, so it's kind of cool we get one. Gotta pull this around. We got... Oh, see, I was talking about this at the beginning. That the Plains art with 7th Heaven on it, this isn't like OG 7th Heaven. This is remake 7th Heaven. But it's kind of drawn to, like, in the style of OG 7th Heaven. It's a weird, like, hybrid. But I was mentioning that, like, a lot of the Final Fantasy VII artwork is specifically from Final Fantasy VII Remake. And this is exactly what I mean. But at any rate, let us begin. Chocobo Kick! Got a kicker. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. So it's just like, you go kick that guy really hard. If you pay it for its kicker, creature you control deals twice that much. So you could just drop somebody. If your creature's got like six like attack, and you pay that kicker, that's 12. 12 can drop most creatures. Dreams of Laguna. I think we already pulled this one. Yeah, Magitech Infantry. We don't have this one. It's an artifact. Oh, it's not an artifact. Well, it is an artifact, but it's costs white, so it's not like colorless. Creature gets 1/1/0 as long as you control another artifact. This looks like the fucking, what do you call them? The Terracotta Warriors, the Chinese Terracotta Warriors. They're lined up like that. Search your library for a card named Magitech Infantry. Put it onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. So you can just load up your deck with Magitech Infantry. Although I play Commander, where you can only have like one copy of any given card, so that this might be kind of useless to me. Warrior Sword. I'm surprised that out of all the job ones, we haven't found the Warrior yet, but we have now. Job select. Equipped creature gets +3/+2 and is a Warrior. Got an equip cost of 5. That's not really good, is it? +3/+2 and like that's it. It's a Warrior in addition to its other types. But I guess +3/+2 isn't terrible. Another Cornered by Black Mages. That's pretty good for you know, I'm just saying. Wizard deck. Wizard deck's happening. There's another Gulbu Gardener. One of those it's like a Llanowar elves where you just tap, it's a creature you can tap for mana, so that's mana ramp right there. Got another Hilgaigus. Okay. Love to see that. The Golden I was kind of hoping to pull this. I forgot that this was a card. We got the Golden Saucer. It's a land that gives you colorless, or if you pay 2 mana, you can tap it and flip a coin. And if you win the coin flip, you get a treasure token. That's pretty sick. Or you could pay 3 to sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw a card. But I just really like the idea of flipping coins for random bullshit. I love random bullshit. Random bullshit's funny. Gold Saucer goes in the Hall of Fame. Cloud of Darkness. Final Fantasy 3? That's our first Final Fantasy 3 card. I think we've pulled all the other games except for 3. This is the first 3 we've got. 3/3 for flying. When Cloud of Darkness enters, target creature and opponent controls gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. It does have black in its pay cost, so you could use black to put a bunch of shit in your graveyard. Just drop shit like it's nothing. Stolen Uniform from 6. I remember that scene. I remember that part. Where you play as Locke and you have to like sneak around and steal people's uniforms. Choose target creature you control and target equipment. Gain control of that equipment until end of turn. Attach it to the chosen creature. When you lose control of that equipment that turn, if it's attached to a creature you control, unattach it. Wait, when you lose control... Okay, so you only get the equipment for that turn. When you lose control of that equipment this turn, if it's attached to a creature you control, oh, so it's just... You just lose it. Like, that's that. Ultimecia... Oh, shit. Ultimecia Time Sorceress. Whenever Ultimecia enters or attacks, Surveil 2. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay a shit ton of mana. And if you do... Oh, you exile 8 cards on top of that from your graveyard. If you do, transform Ultimecia. I need you to see this, right? Because I have this in Arena. Look at this shit. She looks scary as hell. My camera can't even, like, pick up how scary she is. But... she has this funny thing. When this creature transforms into Ultimecia Omnipotent, take an extra turn after this one. So you can just take 2 turns. This is a fucking time warp with, like, the actual fair, like, time cost. And you only get to do it once. Unless you can, like, I guess you could kill her and then, like, send her to the graveyard and bring her back and then do it again. But, like, that, you know, that's a whole process. You can't just do that infinitely. But, yeah. I think I saw something crazy here. What the fuck is this? Your Ultimecia is going here. Is that was a cool card. Venat, Heart of Hydaelyn. He's from 14. The name Hydaelyn sounds familiar. I think that's a town, an area in 14. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Pay 7, tap, exile target non-land permanent, transform Venat, activate only as a sorcery. The Hydaelyn, the Mother Crystal. What the fuck? Legendary creature God. You love to see God in the title. Indestructible. 4/4 indestructible. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on another target creature you control. Until your next turn, it gains indestructible. If that creature is a legendary, draw a card. So this is just like sharing indestructible with a bunch of people. That's that with all your creatures. Love to see that. You're going here because we love to see that. All the gods, most of the gods are going in this pile. Got a foil Dwarven Castle Guard. That's also neat. Not that flashy compared to fucking Hydaelyn and Ultimeshia. But hey, let's flip these over. Around the world, open another card pack. Open another card pack. Oh, we got another little art card. Another art insert. Who's it gonna be? That's Titus and Yuna. Oh, that's upside down. It's Titus and Yuna from 10. A game I've been meaning to play. I'm waiting for it to like kind of go on sale on Steam because they got the remasters on Steam. Put that away. Do our usual. See what we got. Vector Imperial Capital from 6. Oh, this is the capital from 6. The capital city. Again, I've been playing 6 lately. I'm like almost done with it. But, like 6 cards, FF6 cards, kind of ring that dopamine in my head a little more than the other ones. So it's fresh in my mind. Land enters tapped. It's a black red. It's whatever. Magic Damper. We pulled that one earlier. This is kind of a neat card. I might throw that somewhere. We got Gala Cat again. He looks kind of like scared. Looks like he's weird. I don't like the way he's looking at me. But we pulled another one of those. Got another GF free. I think that's the first duplicate what do you call them? Duplicate summon we've got. Because I've been collecting summons. Ahriman. I remember these guys because they're like everywhere in all the games. This one specifically is from 3 though. The 2/2 Flying Death Touch. That's fascinating. 3 mana, sacrifice another creature or artifact, draw a card. So cheap way to draw cards, I guess. Another T-Rex from 8. Again, I didn't know dinosaurs were in 8. I might have to check that out. That's weird. Another White Aura Site. I already have one of those from earlier. Lunatic Pandora. We definitely drew that already. Oh my god. Oh, this is not the Cactuar I thought it was. I was looking for Giant Cactuar. There's a 3/3 trample at the beginning of your end step. If this creature didn't enter the battlefield this turn, return it to its owner's hand. So it's 1 mana. And okay, so just like regular Cactuars, they hit you and then they run away. This guy also hits you and goes back to your hand. That's wacky. Holy shit! We finally got something from the bottom list. We got Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. Okay, that's awesome. Let's go. We actually got something from the list, like something specific from the list. We did it. 2/2 lifelink. Whenever Garnet attacks, you may remove a lore counter from each of any number of sagas you control. Put a 1/1 counter on Garnet for each lore counter. Remove this away. We love to see it. That's going in like going somewhere. I don't know where she's going, but she's going like in some type of a saga deck. Relentless X ATM 092. Is this from 7? This is from 8. That's why I don't recognize this. That's a fucking robot. That's Mega Leg from Mario Galaxy, but with like 2 extra legs. Or 3? I don't remember how many legs he had. This creature can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. So he has Super Menace. He has Super Menace. 8 mana. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped with a finality counter on it. So you can just bring him back. He's got a finality counter, but like you can bring him back once. And he's 6 mana, by the way. 6 colorless. Vanille, Cheerful Ichi. How the fuck do you pronounce that? I:*CIE. This is one that I remember is in like a pair. When Vanille enters, mill 2 cards, then return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. At the beginning of your first main phase, if you both own and control Vanille and a creature named Fang, Fearless Ichi. Icy? Icy? I'm just gonna say Ichi. You may pay a bunch of mana. If you do, exile them, meld them into Ragnarok Divine Deliverance. I wonder if this is like a transform. It is. Oh my god! It's half! It's an Exodia! You get to if you have the other one, I guess that's the bottom piece. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna put her in the cool pile. Sin, Spear's Punishment. The 7/7 flying. Whenever Sin enters or attacks, exile a permanent card from your graveyard at random. Then create a tap token that's a copy of that card. If that exiled card is a land card, repeat this process. So that's just a lot of words. Got a foil Gigantode. Alright, that's neat. This pile's getting kind of, like, stacked. Like, it's almost as tall as my hand. Like, ish. It's the camera, it's not, it's kind of hard to tell over, like, the camera, but it's whatever. Open another one. May as well just keep going. Just keep going. We got good music playing. Good music, good night. Not good night, but, like, in general. Fucking, come on, there we go. Got another treasure token. Got another treasure token. Love to see that. Alright, let's see if we get anything that wacky today. At least with this one. Got another Gone Town of Ruin. It's a whatever. Got a Dwarven Castle Guard. Thunder Magic. You know, I remember not putting Thunder Magic in the cool pile, even though I said I was going to. So even though it's a duplicate, we're putting this in here. Got another Undercity Dire Rat. Another Blitz Ball Shot. Combat Tutorial. Target player draws 2 cards, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. Interesting. You're going here. Adventurer's Inn. I already got one of those. Already got Syncopate. Okay. Battle at the Big Bridge. Look at this artwork, bro. I love pulling shit that looks like this. Destroy target creature if it has mana value 2 or less. Destroy that creature if it has mana value 4 or less instead if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn. That could be interesting. It's a 1 mana too. It's a 1 mana, like, it's 1 black. It's hard to tell, but 1 black. Putting that in the cool pile. Poison the Waters. Excuse me. Choose 1. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn, or target player reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. That player discards that card. It's very simple. Very simple, but Poison the Waters, kind of whatever. Followed by Leviathan. Choose target spell. That's instant speed, so I guess you just target, like, you know, it's instant speed. To do it whenever. Surveil 2, then counter. Sorry, I can't read. Then counter the chosen spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. That's kind of funny. Judge Magister Gabranth from Final Fantasy XII. The 2/2 menace. Whenever another creature or artifact you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on him. So you just kill people or kill your creatures. The Wind Crystal. I'm kind of hoping to collect all the crystals because there's 1 of each element. White spells you cast cost 1 less. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much, and you can pay a ton of mana. Creatures you control gain flying and lifelink. Got a foil Commune with Beavers. Let's go. Guys speak beaver. Love to see it. See, now we're reaching the point where we're just kind of blitzing through packs a lot faster, which is kind of, I was really hoping for that. Because again, 30 packs. If we were going through each of those packs as fast as we were going through the first couple, then, like, we were going to be here all fucking night. Got another treasure token. Love the art for the treasure token here. Because usually treasure token is like pile of gold or something. This is like an actual treasure chest. Yeah, chest. Treasure chest. A treasure chest. Alright. Let's run it. Gungaga, Reactor Town. Me? Gungaga. That's that's one of the towns from 7. I remember that. Then just red green land enters tapped. Got a Gigantode, okay. Fucking Summoner's Sanctum, okay. Oh, we're spoiling shit. You're not alone, okay. Blazing Bomb. I think this is the 3rd time we've seen those 3 cards in that order. I remember. I'm getting deja vu here. Fight On. I think we also might have been in that. Grand Pulse Ochu. The 1/1 Death Touch. Pay 8 mana until end of turn. This creature gets 1/1 for each permanent card in your graveyard. That's fascinating. 1 mana for that guy, too. Sahagin. Sawagin? Sahagin? It's spelled Sahagin. It's not spelled Sawagin. So I'm going to say Sahag. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, and it can't be blocked this turn. That's interesting. It's a 1/3 by default, though. Circle of Power. That's another, like, create wizards, isn't it? Draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Create an 0/1 black wizard token. Wizards you control get +1/+0 and gain lifelink until end of turn. So this is the wizard deck. Wizard deck is happening. Another Ignis from 16. I remember, I think we pulled one already. Torgal, a Fine Hound. This is from 16. This is the newest one. Whenever you cast your first human creature spell each turn, that creature enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it for each dog and or wolf you control. Man's best friend, I guess. And you could tap him for mana. Any color mana. That's really cool. Like that guy. Ambrosia Whiteheart. Oh, we already pulled her. We already pulled Ambrosia Whiteheart, but specifically like one of the alternate arts. So you're going in here. Kane Traitorous Dragoon. I read this card. I've heard of this card. I don't understand its purpose. During your turn, Kane has flying. Okay. Whenever Kane deals combat damage to a player, if that player gains control... Whenever Kane deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. If they do, you draw that many cards, create that many tapped treasure tokens, then lose that much life. So you basically just trade Kane with people, and you get a bunch of free shit for like however much damage he does. It's a little weird. I'm sure there's a use for him. Foil random encounter, okay. Because ads are starting soon, I'm gonna take a water break. Actually, because ads are starting soon, I'm gonna go refill my water. So I'll be right back, actually, because I'm getting low on water here. Getting low on supply. I'm off to bed. Have fun with the rest of the packs. Will do, my friend. Will do. You have a good night, my friend. You have a good night. I'll be RB though, so I'm gonna go refill my water and stuff. Hey, I'm not dead. Isn't that crazy? I took a couple extra minutes because I found a fucking mosquito in my bathroom. I had to go kill it. I had to kill that guy because he was pissing me off. So I killed him, and he's dead now. But it took a few minutes. It took a fat couple minutes for me to get that guy. Anyways, let us get back to business. Why don't we? How about we keep opening some of these packs? I think we're about like maybe a little over halfway done. I'm just kind of estimating. Again, I haven't really been counting. I kind of stopped counting. How many? 30 packs though. But let's see what we got. We got another copy. The copy. They always, all of these like fucking sets come with a copy token. What is this from? 4. Final Fantasy 4. Ugh. I'm sorry. I'm just staring over at the dust-covered table that I have over here, or dust-covered chair. It's a chair that I have a lamp on. It's a dusty fucking lamp, and it's I'm like getting anxiety just like thinking about having to clean that after this. But we'll worry about that when we get there. This is Final Fantasy 4. It's a mountain. I think this is our first mountain we've pulled, just outright mountain. We haven't pulled a lot of basic lands. Just a lot of like combo lands, which I'm not complaining about. But whatever. Sage's Newliths, we already got that. Weapons Vendor, already got one of those. Got Haste Magic, already pulled one of those. Already got a Heck Dies. Town Greeter. Crossroads Village, I think we already got one of these? I don't fully remember. Land enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color. Add 1 mana for the chosen color. This is from 2. Okay, well we don't like 2 in this house. We always skip 2. Adventurer's Airship. A 3/2 flying. When this vehicle attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. It's got crew 2 though. You need 2 people. That's not bad. There's Rufus again. That son of a bitch. I hate him. Travel the Overworld from Final Fantasy V. Affinity for Towns. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each town you control. This costs 5 colorless and 2 blue. Draw 4 cards. That's crazy though. So if you got a ton of towns, put this in a town deck. That's draw 4 cards for probably like 2 blue. Orin's Inspiration. He's from 10. So that's Titus and Yuna. Attacking creatures get +2/+0 until end of turn. Got a flashback too, so you could play it twice. Not bad. Side quest, raise a chocobo. We love side quests in this house. I'm always eager to do some random side quests once in a while. My arm's getting tired from holding this like this. I need like more comfortable way to hold these. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 green bird token at the beginning of your first main phase. If you control 4 or more, transform this enchantment. Really? Into Black Chocobo. Okay, when this permanent transforms, search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Interesting. That's not terrible. It's not that interesting. It's not flashy, but it is good. Hela, Great Sage. This is from 4, never played, but look at that artwork. That's kind of neat. We love pulling weird art. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature. If 4 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, draw 2. If 8 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, sacrifice Tella and deal that much damage to each opponent. Interesting. Well, can't go wrong with cool artwork. We got a fucking foil dire Undercity rat, or Undercity dire rat, excuse me. A weird pull. Let's go for the next one. We're starting to get towards the latter half here, so I don't know how much longer this is gonna be. Might be like maybe I think there might be half an hour left here. I'm gonna call it right now. Half an hour left in this stream. If I'm right, you're owed nothing. You know, I just realized that at the bottom here, these cards have a number. It says 36. It's kind of hard to tell. That says 36 out of 53. There's 53 of these art cards. This one is... I don't even know. Is that Bahamut? Who is this? I can't tell. I don't know who that is. That's interesting, though. That's the first one I don't recognize. But, that's a neato mosquito. We love to see that. Fuck mosquitoes. I've been seeing them all the last couple days, but neato mosquito nonetheless. See what we got. There's the Insomnia Crown City again from 15. Okay. Scorpion Sentinel. That's the boss. That's the first boss of 7. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +3/+0. So it's a 1/4. But if you control at least 7 lands, it's a 4/4 for 2. That's not bad. Summon Shokomog. We got another summon. Look at him. There's a little guy. There's 2 little guys. We love to see that. Other creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. For 4 turns until this thing goes away. It's a 3/3. That's kind of cool. It's neat. Yeah, you go here. Because it's a new summon. I've been collecting summons. Item Shopkeep. Whenever you attack, target attacking equipped creature gains menace until end of turn. That's very simple, but effective. Okay. Another Marlboro Lights. Marlboro Menthols. No, this is definitely Marlboro Ultralight 100s. No, this is Marb Special Selects. Or the people that still call them special blend. I worked at a gas station for a while. I know a little too much about cigarettes. I don't smoke. I don't condone smoking. I just know a lot about cigarettes because I worked at a gas station. But that is an aside. We got another Bard's Bow. I'm gonna need to work some of these into like maybe 1 or 2 of my decks, because like adding some answers to flying to these decks would be really nice. There's another Iron Giant. Haven't seen him in a while. There's another world map. We got a good handful of those. Another Reno and Rude. We haven't pulled him in a while. Self-Destruct. From 5. Target creature you control deals X damage to any target and X damage to itself, where X is its power. So you use Self-Destruct on like a 12/12 or some big shit. Like put this in a green deck. Just insta-drop. Insta-drop anything. And it says to any other target, not just creatures. So you could target the player, opponent, and then just like insta-kill them. Ride the Shupoof. It's an enchantment. Whenever a land you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. You can spend 7 total mana, and this enchantment becomes a 7/7 beast creature in addition to its other types. Look at that guy. Look at that goofy fucking some Bugs Life shit. It looks like a little mantis creature. Like a dragon, like kobold looking guy. Weird. We got another Adelbert. We love this guy. We love Adelbert in this house. He's a little goofball. He's too serious, but that makes him a goofball. Got Lindbalm Industrial Regency from 9. Speaking of 9, because this is a land that you can either just put it down as a land, or you can use it to cast to make some like wizard tokens. And I keep saying it, wizard deck is happening. We got a foil Choco Comet. I remember thinking that this card was really cool when I first drew it. So getting a foil one's really nice. We love to see that. This stack is getting fucking huge, dude. Like I'm worried. I'm worried. Let's hope we can survive the next like I don't know, dozen card packs. It's looking like we got a dozen left in the reserves here. Come on, correct. Some of these are fucking hard to open, dude. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just suck. It's a skill issue, I know, but like, there we go. Jesus, I don't want to like bend the cards or anything. You know what I mean? Fill this out. This is number 12 of 55. This art card. Number 12 of 55. Who do we draw? That is that's Emmett, or that's like the thing that I think that's Hades. That's the thing that Emmett summons. It's Emmett Selk in the story. I don't know much about 14. I just know what my friends have told me about it. At any rate, though, we got a foil island. That's kind of neat. Foil full art Final Fantasy Island. Got another Magitech Infantry. That one's alright. Warrior Sword is alright. It's whatever. Resentful Revelation. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. It's got a flashback cost too. It's got Sephiroth on it, so that's kind of neat. He's like writing in a book and shit. Choco Kick. Got another Chocobo Kick. Okay. Got another Dreams of Laguna. Okay. We got another Vincent's Limit Break. Again, this card's really sick. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Plus, I just love Vincent. So anything Vincent, I'll take. Iron Giant. Opera Love Song. This is from 6. This is a very famous like section in Final Fantasy 6. Choose one. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards until your next end step. Or 1 or 2 target creatures each get +2/+0. But this is a little, like, opera, like, you have to, like, it's part of the story where you have to, like, one of the characters has to be in an opera, like, pose in an opera, like, house, and then the opera gets jumped by our boy, the octopus, whatever the fuck, Ultros, the octopus, from, that we drew, like, 20 packs ago. But, yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm glad to own, like, artwork of this. That was a really nice, part of the game. Got a regular delivery Moogle, or, again, I don't think they're paying his ass. They just, like, let him believe that he's getting paid, but he is not getting paid. Nothing. A poo-poo UFO from Final Fantasy VIII. What the fuck is this? Flying. 04 flying. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield if you tap this. Then until end of turn, this creature's base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control if you pay 3 mana. Town deck? It is colorless, so you can put this into anything. Town deck would go hard. Crystal Fragments. This is from 9. Equipped creatures get +1/+1. Pay a ton of mana. Exile this equipment. Return it to the battlefield. Transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. What does the transform look like? Oh, it's a summon. Summon Alexander. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control this turn. A 4/3 flying, by the way. And tap all creatures your opponents control. That I might want to put somewhere. What is the mana cost of this? It's a white. It's a single white. I might put this somewhere. I'm gonna put this in the cool kid pile. We fucking pulled Primal Odin, and it's not just Primal Odin, it's a cool side art Primal Odin. We did it. This is like, I know it's not number 1, but it was like pretty close to number 1 high priority draw that I wanted. Was Primal Odin, and we got like the alternate art for him. Oh man. Okay, even if I don't get the actual number 1 on my priority list, like, I'm happy that I pulled this. This is awesome. This is going in that one spot. And we got a foil Tonberry just to round things out. Love to see that. That was a sick pack. We got our boy. We got the Primal Odin I've been looking for. My friends will not be happy. They will not be happy. I'm going to terrorize them with the might of a creature that can instantly make them lose the game. And I'm going to it's gonna be glorious. I'll tell you guys all about it. Got another bird token right off the bat, right off the rip. Love to see that. Throw this out. Alright. Get rid of... Whoa, we don't want to spoil nothing there. That's a double-sided card it's looking like. Well, we might have to spoil it. Here, I'll pull this off, and I'm not going to look at it. And we're going to do our usual, like, flip around. We got a foil land. Guadazalam? It's from Final Fantasy X. Guadozalam. Farplane Gateway. So just it's a foil, so that's kind of neat. It's a foil land. Nothing that interesting though. We got another Scorpion turret. Scorpion Sentinel, excuse me. That's again the first boss of Final Fantasy VII. Got another Coral. I don't know. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Oh well. Another Cutrub Forayer. Another just kind of standard black creature card. Another Commune with Beavers. We love to see that. Another Crossroads Village. Whatever. Monk's Fist. Okay, so we got Red Mage's Rapier, Black Mage's Staff, like, fucking Summoner's Grimoire. We haven't pulled that one, but that's another card that we have. So they're all weapons. Monk's Fist. His fists. No weapons. That's his fist. One of these is not like the other. Oh well, what does this do? It's another job select, though. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 when it is a +1/+0 and is a monk. So it's really not that interesting. It is a colorless though, so you can work this into anything. But all in all, not that interesting. Rydia's Return. This is from 4. Choose one. Creatures you control get +3/+3. Return up to 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty standard green affair for the most part. Kind of whatever. Eden, Seat of the Sanctum. And it's just a colorless land. This is from 8. No, this is from 13. Or you could pay mana, tap it, mill 2 cards, then you may sacrifice this land. When you do, return another target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. So you get to just kill the land. It's a pretty heavy cost, but you could just delete the land and bring something back from your graveyard. That could be useful. There's another Lock. We already pulled Lock. I fucking love Lock. He's my boy. But we got a foil one, and I put him in this pile, I remember. The cool pile. So we'll put him over here. Side quest. Play Blitzball. The beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +2/+0. Until end of turn. At the end of combat on your turn, if a player was dealt 6 or more combat damage this turn, transform this enchantment and attach it to a creature. We gotta see what that is. We gotta see what that looks like. It's a fucking world champion celestial weapon. Look at this thing. That's a threat. That's dangerous. That's a Beyblade. That's a Beyblade you strap knives to. I wouldn't fuck with that. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has double strike. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty good, I gotta say. Put you right here though, but I'm not like that crazy about you. A Realm Reborn. That's the like default. That's the main story of Final Fantasy XIV. Other permanents you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. So you can just turn everything into Llanowar Elves if you have this out. That's kind of neat. And we got a foil side quest, Play Blitzball. Okay, I'm not crazy about that card. I don't know what I would use with it. This stack is getting scary. I might have to split this into 2 stacks. Open one more. Do we have, what do we have? 2, 4, 6, I think? Oh my god. Okay, we have 10 more packs. We're 2/3 of the way done. We're 2/3 of the way done. Well, yeah, including this is 10. They have 10 left. I think. Kind of hard to tell, but I think there's 10 left in the box. So, as we have been, crack her open, see what we get. We have 10 left to get anything left on our list, by the way. We got actually like a lot of the high priority stuff on our list. So I'm not, can we fucking open this? Come on. What's the big deal? There we go. Jesus. Having so much trouble. Got another treasure token. Let's put you where you always go, up here, my friend. Move you right here. Let's see what we got. Got a foil Traino Dark City from 9. Yeah, from 9. I had to double check that. I thought I didn't fully remember. That's neat. Dragoon's Wyvern. The 2/1 flying. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature. It's kind of a whatever. Cloudbound Moogle. The guy looks like a fucking Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade balloon. The 2/3 flying. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It's also kind of whatever, but you know, it's new at least. Suplex, let's go. It's not really like a high priority card, but because I already have one, it came with the Terra deck. But it's kind of hard to tell. But the art for Suplex is Sabin, the monk in Final Fantasy VI. He's suplexing a train. He's going to suplex a train. That's like a big like gag. Is that you can use suplex on the train fight because there's a train boss fight in the game, and you just suplex the whole fucking train. He just goes into the sky. The whole train comes back down. Great. We love to see suplex. Namazu Trader. When this creature enters, you lose a life and create a treasure token. When this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature if you do Surveil 2. Kind of a whatever card, okay. Another airship crash, that's from 9. Another Crossroads Village, okay. A different Emmet Selk. What the fuck is that mana cost? I think that's colorless. I mean, you're not gonna be able to like see through the camera quality, but I think that's 3 colorless. It's like a weird icon. I can't tell. It looks like the dog neutered icon. You know when like like a dog gets like. I'm gonna stop talking. Lifelink. It's a 2/2 lifelink for each. For each. My brain's shutting down. You can really tell. For each swamp or black mana in a cost, you may pay 2 life rather than pay that mana. Whenever you cast a black spell, put a 1/1 counter on Emmet Selk. Interesting. An interesting artwork. We got another Samurai's Katana. That's also interesting. I mean, I'll put Emmet down here because the more Emmet, more cool art. Restoration magic. This was the other magic I was looking for. I was like, I think there's one more. I couldn't remember what it was. This is just Cure, Cura, and Curaga. Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible. Target permanent gains hexproof, indestructible, and you gain 3 life. All permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. You gain 6 life. That's another, like, tiered magic. Hey, we got Titus. Or I keep saying Titus. Titus. We got Titus. Actually, you go down here. I was looking to collect some of the magic. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on Titus. Whenever Titus attacks, tap target creature an opponent controls. We got the Regalia. It's just a fucking car. This is the one from Final Fantasy 15, when they just have a car. It's a 4/4 haste. When the Regalia attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal land. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom. Okay. We got a fucking car. That's funny. Genji Glove. From 5. Equipped creature has double strike. Whenever equipped creature attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap it. After this phase, there's an additional combat. So you get to have 2 combat phases, and this thing gets, your thing you equip gets double strike. That's pretty good. Kina, or Quina? I'm gonna say Kina. That's what her name is. The Gourmand. And it's a foil, or the Gourmet. Excuse me, the foil too. That's neat. Ooh, geez, I'm like fumbling it. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 green frog creature are created. We already pulled one of the frog tokens somewhere in this fucking stack here. Sacrifice a frog for 2 mana. Put a 1/1 counter on Kina. Yeah, she just eats frogs. She's a quirky fella. Quirky one. Like, start drinking more of this coffee because it's starting to get late and I don't want to be like wired till 5 a.m. We're just gonna like finish a little more of that. We got 9 more, as far as I'm aware. I really thought this was going to go by a lot faster, but you know, hopefully we pull some more interesting shit on our list. Maybe Bahamut himself. We still haven't pulled Bahamut. We still haven't pulled Ancient. Well, what the fuck? Absolute Virtue. We still haven't pulled Vivi. We still haven't pulled either the Cloud or the Buster Sword that my friend wanted. We haven't pulled shit. I mean, we've pulled a lot of shit, actually, but we haven't pulled, like, any of those. Who's this? I don't know who this is. I don't recognize her at all. She could be from 14. She could be from 12. I'm gonna guess 12. I'm gonna guess she's from Final Fantasy 12. But add that to the collection over here. Do our usual. And let's fucking boogie. Let's see what we got. Got another Guadasalam. I don't know. I don't know what town this is, but we got one of those. We got another ice magic. Interesting. Got another Dwarven Castle Guard. Got another Thunder Magic. Got another Undercity Diarrhea. Got another Blitzball Shot. Laughing Mad. We haven't pulled this one. I already have this one because it comes with Terra's deck, but we didn't pull this one yet. Additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards. And that's Kefka. That's Kefka from 6. He's a scary fucking creepy dude. He's a clown. He's supposed to be a clown, but clowns are inherently kind of scary. Oh, that's Terra in the corner there. I didn't even notice. She's up there. It's kind of hard to tell, but you know, that's her. That's her. That's my wife. Bane's Treachery. We already got that. Rydia, Summoner of Mist. I don't think we got this one. I don't think we pulled this one. This doesn't look familiar to me. Whenever a land you control enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw. X mana, tap. Return target saga card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It gains haste until end of turn. Activate as a sorcery. I don't think we pulled Rydia. I'm gonna put her in the cool pile. Eject. This spell can't be countered. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Yeah, that's Aerith. She's not getting murdered. That's not the art of her getting stabbed, but like, that is Aerith. Summon Esper Ramu. We're still collecting some of those summons. That's kind of a cool pull. I think we're like getting close to collecting almost all of them. Side quest card collection. Dude, we're doing that right now. We're collecting cards. Look at this shit. When this enchantment enters, draw 3 cards, discard 2 at the beginning of your end step. If 8 or more cards are in your graveyard, transform. Well, we gotta see what that does. Or what that looks like. Magic card. Magicked card. That's a weird word. Flying Crew 1, 4/4. So it's just a flying carpet card. We got the Fire Crystal? Okay. I did say I wanted to see if I could collect all 4 of the crystals. The Fire Crystal's really nice. We got Summon Primal Garuda as a foil. We already got Primal Garuda, but like foil's nice. I'm gonna split this in half because I am so fucking scared of like that thing toppling over and all those cards going everywhere. We're just gonna split that in half, just for the sake of you know, safety, I guess, card related safety. God damn. All right, let's see what else we got. We got a Moogle token. I haven't really drawn any like Moogle related shit, have I? We got a Moogle token. It's always fun. We love those guys. We love those goofy little guys. Those goofy little gaffy guys. To our huge. Let's boogie. Let's see what we got. Got another full art swamp from Final Fantasy II. Fuck that game. Oh, I didn't realize ads were playing. Here, I'll just blow through this. Stock and Summoners. You're Not Alone. Light of Judgment. A lot of repeats. Sephiroth's Intervention. Gigantode. Ilgigus. Another Monk's Fist. Valkyrie Aerial Unit. This is from 7. Affinity for artifacts. Costs 1 less for each artifact. Is flying. 5/4 flying. When this creature enters Surveil 2. Nothing that interesting, but kind of neat. Got another Kina. Ooh, Gourmet. Lionheart. I think he's from 16, no? No, he's from 8. An equipment. When it enters, it deals 2 damage to any target. Equipped creature gets 2/1. Interesting. X-Death Void Warlock. I was kind of looking for this guy. I forgot about him. When X-Death enters, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 6 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform him. Look at this shit. I have him in what the fuck is it called? Arena. I have him in Magic Arena. Look at this, man. He looks scary. He's very low quality because my cam doesn't focus, but he's scary. He has X3, where X is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. And he has Trample. So the more shit you're shoving into your graveyard, the more powerful he gets. This guy's going in the cool kid pile. Welcome back. Welcome back, ad jailers. You just saw him X-Death. Triple Triad. I've played that a little bit. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles the top card of their library. Until end of turn, you may play the card you own exiled this way, and each other card exiled this way lesser mana value than blah 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 blah. I don't care. It's Triple Triad. That's kind of neat. We don't have that. We got a foil world map. That's kind of neat. A lot of kind of neats. We're still waiting on like absolute virtue here, you know? We're still waiting on absolute virtue. We're still holding out hope. Or like VV Ornitier. Maybe like the Cloud Stripe stuff. Alright, what is this? Oh, it's Locke! It's Locke from Final Fantasy VI. Love that guy, as we've already established. What a lad. What a Chad. What a Chad lad. What do we got? This is a place in 14. I know that, because it's labeled as such. But I don't know where that is. Looks like a Dragon Spire or something. I saw Greens. Magic Damper. Galaket. Another GF Efreet. Another Ahriman. Monk's Fist. White Mage's Staff. I don't think we pulled this. Another Job Select. Equipped creature has 1/1, +1/+1, and has whenever this creature attacks, you gain a life, and is a cleric in addition to its other. Okay, that's kind of neat. Like pseudo lifelink, but not really. Gaius von Balsar from 14. When he enters, choose either each player sacrifice a creature token, each player sacrifice a non-token creature, or each player sacrifice an enchantment of their choice. Interesting. Gotta ride the shoe puff with the wacky looking fucking Bugs Life guys. Got another self-destruct. Okay. Squall! Okay. Okay. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike. Whenever Squall deals combat damage to a player, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. We love to see that. We love Squall. Not really. We got Vincent! Like the Vincent. Not his, like, card where he, like his Limit Break card. We got actual Vincent. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a number of 1/1 counters on Vincent, equal to that creature's power. Whenever Vincent Valentine attacks, you may transform it? Hold on. We gotta see this. Galleon Beast. I think that's like his first Limit Break. 3/2 trample lifelink. When Galleon Beast dies, return it to the battlefield tapped. Front face up. Okay, so whenever he dies, you just turn Vincent back to normal. Vincent's going here. We got another GF of free. This is a foil one, too. That's neat. Aha, free and neat. Get it? It rhymes. Coffee, real quick. Ugh. Christ, all this talking, man. I'm not built for this shit. I am built for this shit. I'm slowly getting more built for this shit, but we got, it's looking like 6 more packs. I'm really holding out hope for Absolute Virtue here. That's all I really want. Like, that's all I need left is Absolute Virtue. Got another bird token. Oh, it's like alternate art for the bird token. A little tiny baby bird. Little tiny chocobo. Love that. Alright, put him over here. And do a little once around. What do we got? Got a mountain from 6. Oh, this is I think I recognize this spot. I don't remember like what it was called, but that's like the gateway to like the Esper world or some shit. Maybe that's a different card. Maybe they're both like the gate. The one I'm thinking of and the different card might be the same like spot. Another Retrieve the Esper. Fate of the Sun Crest. I don't think we've pulled this in a while, but I do remember that. Another Red Mage's Rapier. I think we got a ton of those. Another Black Mage's Rod. Trish's Wanderings, we got that. Laughing Mad, we just pulled that recently. Adventurer's Airship, we just got. Phantom Train from 6. That's the boss I was just talking about. The 4/4 Trample. Sacrifice another artifact or creature. Put a 1/1 counter on this vehicle. It becomes a spirit artifact creature in addition to its other types until end of turn. It's a vehicle that doesn't have what's the crew? So you can just drive it. Like it doesn't, or you can just play it like as a creature. Like you don't need to use a crew cost or anything. I guess that makes sense, because it's like a phantom train. Ring of the Lucy. This is just Soul Ring. It's a tap 1, cost 4 mana, colorless. Tap 1 to add 2. That's Soul Ring. Then you could pay 2, tap it, pay 1 life to tap target non-land permanent. Just a better Soul Ring. Shantoto Tactician Magician. She's from 11. Never played that one. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Shantoto gets +X+O until end of turn, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. If X is 4 or more, draw a card. Wizard deck. Wizard deck, boys. She's a dwarf wizard. Wizard deck's coming together. Kinda. Dragoon Lance! Job select. Equipped creature gets +1/+O and it is a knight. I keep saying +WO. +1/+O until end of turn. Or +1/+O in general. And it is a knight. In addition to its other types. During your turn, equipped creature has flying. That makes a lot of sense, because that is exactly what those guys do. Go-Go Master of Mimicry from 6. XX. What the fuck? Look at this. Both of those, like in the description, both of those little mana icons are X's. Tap. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control X times. You may choose new targets for the copies. This ability can't be copied and X can't be 0. How does... I'm gonna have to, like, do some research into how that works. Why there's 2 X's. We got a foil Thunder Magic. We love to see that. We love to see foils. I mean, we keep seeing foils. They keep coming. I think this is pack number 5 out of the ones that we got 5 left. Maybe? I don't know. We're gonna wait till we see the bottom before I make a solid call on that. But we're almost done here. No Absolute Virtue. No VV Ornament here. This pack won't fucking open. God damn you. No, I won't give up. I won't give up. Ah, there we go. Got another Wizard token. Not that I really need a whole lot of those, but... like, Wizard token. That's cool artwork. Is that from 14? That is from 14. The Lalafell, I think. I'll try and get back into 14 one of these days. Mark my words. Fifi, hit me up. I know you're not here. You're probably asleep. We got Rabanastra, Royal City from 12. It's another just whatever land. Another Ice Flan. Another Summon, Chocomog. I mean, it's a duplicate. We already got one. Another Item Shop Keep. Marlboro Menthols. Bard's Bow. Grand Pulse Ochu. We already pulled one. The Sahagin. Barrett Wallace. We got Barrett. Oh, shit. The 4/4 reach. Whenever Barrett Wallace attacks, it deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control to defending players. We love to see that. Love to see some familiar faces, even if it is just Final Fantasy. Omega Heartless Evolution. That is a novel in the that's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card's worth of text in the description. When Omega enters, it's an 8/8 by the way. For each opponent, tap up to one target non-land permanent that opponent controls, put X stun counters on each of those permanents, and you gain X life, where X is the number of non-basic lands you control. That is interesting. I might have to keep that in mind. We got Tifa's limit break. Okay. Does everyone have a limit break card? I got a lot of Vincent ones. There's another tiered. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Or triple target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. But that's like 8 total mana, that last one, to triple creature's stats. That's a lot. Other crystal fragments. We got the Buster Sword, actually. That's one of the cards that my friend was looking for. I might slide that his way. See if maybe we could do a little bit of an exchange, a little bit of a trade. Feel me? Equipped creature gets +3/+2 whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player. Draw a card, then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to that damage without paying its mana cost. If you like put this on a really heavy hitting creature, you could just play some crazy shit for free. And we got a foil Dragoon's Lance just to top it all out. We love that. Looking like we're reaching the bottom here. Yeah, we got 4 packs left. Really holding out hope for that absolute virtue. Like I will call this a win in general. Tonight's pack opening. Considering I got a bunch of shit that I wanted, like that Summon Bahamut, and like a bunch of shit that I didn't know I wanted. But I will really call this a win if we can pull that absolute virtue. Let's see who we got here. Oh, it's Yuna from 10. Ever played? We want to. One of these days. I'll get to it. One of these days. We got another Rabanastra. Yeah, Paladin's Arms. I think we already pulled this. Yeah, we pulled this a while ago though, but I do remember that. We got another Sabatender. Cornered by Black Mages again. Commune with Beavers. I think it's like the 5th time we've got that one. Ice Flan. World Map. Got another Hill Gygus. Black Waltz number 3. 2/2 Flying Death Touch. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Black Waltz number 3 deals 2 damage to each opponent. This guy's from 9. I feel like I shouldn't be seeing this. The Prima Vista. This is also from 9. I think I recognize this. It's like a floating town or floating castle. 5/3 flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, the Prima Vista becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. And it's got crew 2 also. That's kind of neat. Another Rydia's Return. Another Emperor of Palamecia. Another Genji Glove. What about the foil? We got a foil Syncopate. All right, kind of a whatever pull. Please, I'm really want that absolute virtue, bro. I really want that absolute virtue. Come on, you gotta give it to me. You gotta. We gotta end on a high note. We gotta end not with a bang, but with a whimper. Let's do one of these. All right. We got Charlian Nation of Scholars. I think we already pulled this. This is just a land. It's not that interesting, regardless. Combat Tutorial, we definitely already got. Magitech Infantry. Warrior Sword. Resentful Revelation, I think we got that a little while ago. Chocobo Kick, wacky card. Love to see it. Loperit Scout, we already got one. Lucas Stadium, look at that artwork on that shit, bro. That's a full artwork on that. An artifact, add colorless, put a point counter on this artifact. I remember this being like a novel. Does this like transform into anything? It doesn't. I'll put it here though, just based on the artwork alone. The Final Days, we already got one of those. Another Ether. Another Choco Comet, okay. Summon Titan, there's another summon we haven't gotten. Mill 5 cards, Turn all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield until end of turn. Another target creature you control gains trample, gets +X/+X, where X is the number of lands you control. The 7/7 reach trample summon card. We got another summon. We love to see that. Joshua Phoenix's Dominant. I think that guy's from 16. He is. I remember him in like the very first trailer. He looks very familiar. When Joshua enters, discard up to 2 cards, draw that many. Exile Joshua, return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. I remember a lot of these like FF16 characters have these where you like transform them into like summons. Like I guess all the characters in FF16 are like fucking like they have like the soul of like a summon creature or something, and this guy has like the phoenix in his soul, and he goes like apeshit and he turns into phoenix. I don't really know how it works, but I'm gonna count this as a summon. We're gonna put him right here. We got a foil Garnet Princess of Alexandria. Okay. This I'll put right here, even though it's technically a duplicate. I do want to mark the foil. We got 2 packs. 2 packs left. 2 packs to find an absolute virtue. Even if I don't get VV. I can live without getting VV. He's not very high in my priorities, but like absolute virtue, we gotta get him. I kind of really wanted that card for a particular precon. I think I wanted to put it in Stola's precon. I figured it would work real well. We gotta see him, right? End off on a high note. We gotta end on a high note, boys. This stack of cards, I'm gonna have to clean this shit up later, and it's going to be insane. It's going to be a whole ordeal, and I'm not looking forward to it. Because I don't really know where I'm going to put them. I guess I'll just put them back in the box here, just temporarily, until I get, like, more space. This is a new one. I don't know where this is. This is from 8. I don't know where this location is. It's very pretty. Islands have a lot of, like, nice artwork to them. I guess it's the principle of being an island. You know what I mean? Another Rook turret. Another Aerith rescue mission. Are we going to see some repeats? Blazing Bomb. Fight On. Geisal Greens. Green Pulse Ochu. The Hagen. A Promise Fulfilled. Look at that. We got like, this is like a screenshot from the game. It's like a full art. The Sorcery. Spectacle Red. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. It's a very simple card, but it's got really nice art to it. So I'll save it just on the principle it's got nice art to it. Get the fuck out of here, Rufus. Unexpected Request. This is from 9. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. You may attach an equipment you control to that creature. If you do, unattach it at the beginning of your next end step. Basically, you just get to, like, steal someone's creature, like, for a round, and it's like, you get full control. They get haste, you could just use them to attack that round. You could put an equipment on them for free. That's kind of cool. Orin's Inspiration we already pulled. We got a regular Primal Odin. I would have been excited about this a lot more if we didn't pull, like, that full art. Like, really sick art Primal Odin. We got a foil battle menu. We haven't even pulled battle menu. But this is one of those, like, choose one. Either attack, ability, magic, or item. And they each do, like, a different effect. And I think that's kind of cute. I like to see that. This is also specifically Final Fantasy VI art. That's, it's Realm. That's Realm at the top there. That's Locke? Is that Locke? Hold on, I gotta look at this. No, that's, fuck, I forget his name, because I never use him. But there's, like, a samurai, like, guy. That's this guy. I forget. Shit. It's gonna kill me. I forget his name. That's Gao. I don't like Gao. Gao's my least favorite party member. And then there's Terra, the best girl. Last pack. We gotta get some shit out of here, man. We got, I mean, we've been getting, like, a lot of good shit. I can't complain, but, like... We gotta get that absolute virtue here. I believe. This is the one. This is the one. I'm gonna be real disappointed, but this is the one. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. We gotta open it. I'm fucking ready. If it's not absolute virtue, it's gotta have like something crazy in it, right? Like that's how that works. So we got a wizard token right out the gate. I think we already have a wizard token, but like. We don't have a wizard. We don't have this wizard token, so that's new at least. Because the other wizard token is just a what the fuck are they called? It was different art. It's a Final Fantasy 14 wizard. This is like a Final Fantasy 9 wizard. So I'm happy about that. Got Barren Airship Kingdom. It's just another whatever land from 4. Interesting. Another T-Rex. Another Dragoon's Wyvern. Not looking good so far. Cloudbound Moogle. We already drew. Suplex. He's funny. We already talked about that, but... Namazu Trader. Magic Pot. We're not looking good. Princess Sarah from Final Fantasy 1. That's cool, actually. You may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. This is... Okay, I'll take this as a minor win for the last pack. Minor win. Wish it could have been something different, but... I'll put her right here. Lionheart. Snowvilliers. Already got. Galif's Final Act. Till end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0. Gains when this creature dies. Put a number of 1/1 counters equal to its power on up to 1 target creature. Kind of whatever. Nothing special. Prompto Argentum. What the fuck? From 15. Haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, create a treasure token. Okay, this is kind of neat. Got the little big XV behind him. He's got a 15 behind him. Excalibur 2. This is the sword that what the fuck is his name uses from 9. The Knight. Whenever you gain life, put a charge counter on Excalibur 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter. That's fascinating. We got a foil just to round it off. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. Paladin's Arms. Foil, but like no Absolute Virtue. My brain is shutting down. I couldn't remember the name. No Absolute Virtue. Speaking of brain shutting down, let's finish this coffee. It's 1 in the morning. I'm gonna be wired, dude. I don't know why I drank this. Well, I know why. I just didn't expect, like, to... I should have drank more of this sooner, is what I'm saying. We did get almost everything on this bottom list, though. I don't know if you're, like, looking over at it right now. Everything except for Cloud, Vivi, and... Okay, so that's like half, actually. We didn't get Cloud, we didn't get Vivi, and we didn't get Absolute Virtue. And we didn't really get Bahamut, even though I keep saying that he was just kind of a stand-in for, like, any summons. But we didn't get Bahamut in this list at all. We get Fat Chocobo, Locke, Aoife Lockhart, love to see that. Ice Magic, Imperial City of Arcades, Ifrit, Instance Limit Break, World Map. I don't know why I put World Map in here. That's kind of a whatever card. I don't know why he's in here. Shiva, Primal Garuda, Fire Magic, other shit, more the Golden Saucer, Cloud of Darkness looked kind of cool. Stolen Uniform, I think I only saved because it's Final Fantasy VI. Ultimecia, Vanat, Vanille. Oh, you know what? We didn't get the other half of this card. Because the Vanille, you need like, you need Fang, Fearless Ichi to like truly like meld it together. You see how you like flip it over and it's like half of a fucking god card, half of Ragnarok. You need the other card to meld them properly, and I didn't get that, so that sucks. But also, I wasn't really planning on using them like at all anyway. Thunder Magic, of course. Battle at the Big Bridge. Choco Mog, Crystal Fragments. I'm pretty sure I only saved because it's Final Fantasy IX. This Primal. This was the gold we struck. Was this Primal Odin art? Because this was like, if not for Absolute Virtue, this would have been my number 1 that I was looking for, was Primal Odin, and we pulled the sick artwork for it. So I'm really happy about that, actually. We got fucking more Emmett Selk, weird art, Restoration Magic, Rydia, I don't remember why I saved her, Esper, Fire, oh, we didn't get all the crystals. I think we have 2 of the crystals. Vincent, I'm pretty sure I only saved this because of the art. Titan, Phoenix, that was actually just kid. We only got 1 of these. I've seen like a handful. Like I think all the characters in 16 have like this weird ability where they can transform into an Esper or whatever, a summon. We only got Joshua, which I guess again I wasn't really planning on using him for much, but like whatever. We did get Garnet Princess of Alexandria, so I could use her in like some summon deck somewhere. Some more cool artwork to round things out, and like that's that. We did it. we pulled a bunch of bullshit. And just to like show, without showing too much, I don't want to show too much. I don't want to like accidentally leak some things, but this is a lot of cards. This is a lot of cards. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put these back in this box, I think, for now, until I get like a more permanent home for them. Oh, and then all the artwork. I want to show all these too. Look, a Red 13. We got like Barrett. We got whatever her name is. It's signed too, which I think is interesting. Like you can kind of see it reflective a little bit. It's like signed. We got Stola. We got forget her name already again. We got fucking. I'm forgetting everybody's name now. Again, my brain's shutting down, dude. I don't know who this is still. I think this is like Bahamut in one of the games. Emmett. Don't know who that is either. She's probably from 13, actually. Maybe not 12. Definitely like 13. Got Locke, my boy. Got Yuna. A very like pretty artwork of her too. I'm a fan. That's yeah, that's that. I don't really know how to end this like at all, but I appreciate you guys like stopping by and like hanging out and like just chilling, watching me open shit, getting that getting that dopamine rush. Jesus. But yeah, that's it for me, man. I'm like tired. I'm not tired because I just drank a shitload of coffee, but I'm like exhausted. And I have a lot to clean up because again, my setup here is like all over the fucking place, and it's gonna be a nightmare to like put back together. So I'm gonna go do that while I'm wired off my ass on coffee. Let's see if there's anybody to raid. I don't know if anybody like is up right now. It's kind of late. Know what I mean? I don't know if anybody. Yeah, nobody I know is live. I don't feel like raiding anybody at any rate. It's kind of late. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to end stream. I'm just gonna. I don't do that too often. Here we're gonna. I mean, like Nessa's been kind of taking up chat here, but I'm just gonna do that. That little socials. You know, if you want to follow me on any of those places, feel free to. I got the VOD channel if you want to go watch VODs. I need to upload some of the past ones. I've been slacking on that. I got a main channel that I'm working on. I'm working on a main channel video that'll hopefully be out by the end of the month. I'm really trying to get it out by the end of the month. Maybe I'll turn this into a video, like a real cheap, quick video after that one. We'll see. I have a Twitter. If you feel like whenever I tweet, which is not very often lately, but like in general, I will just put some random bullshit on my Twitter, and you know that's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. Both in terms of socials, both in terms of energy. I've spent all my energy, just talking and talking and talking and talking. This shit's draining, man. I gotta go like clean up everything and then lie down probably. So I'm gonna catch you guys later. I appreciate everybody like stopping by and hanging out with me today and opening all these lovely cards with me today. I don't know when the next time I'm ever going to do this is. Probably not for a very, very long time. So this is a one and done thing for me. So be happy that you were here. Be happy that you could say you were here. You were like, oh, I was here for the one time Bard did a hand cam stream. I was here for the one time he did. I was here for the one time he did. And we'll reference that for the next like several years. We'll be like, oh, remember that time Bard did a hand cam stream and his hand cam like was really low quality and it was really bad? I'll be like, yeah, maybe I should do another one, and then I never do, and then I never do. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now, and I'm gonna go clean up everything. But bye, everybody. It was nice seeing you. It was nice, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, ad breaks? Well, you're not getting ad breaks because you're gonna get stream break.